Alright, stop, collaborate and listen. Ice is back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tight and flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? No, I don't know. Turn out the lights and I'll blow to the extreme. I rock a mic like a vandal, light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance, rush the speaker that booms. I'm killing your brain like a poisonous mushroom, deadly. When I play a don't anything less than the best is a vanity. Love it or leave it. You better gain weight. You better hit the bullseye. The kid don't play. And if there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. Vanilla ice, ice, baby. Vanilla ice, ice, baby. Vanilla ice, ice, baby. Now that the party is jumping, we hear the bass kicked in. The fingers are a-puffin'. Quick to the point, no faking. Cooking MCs like a pound of bacon. Been a quick and nimble. I go crazy when I hear a cymbal and a hi-hat with a souped-up tempo. I'm on a roll and it's time to go solo rolling in my 5.0 with my rag top down so my hair can blow. The curtain's on standby, waiting just to say hi. Did you stop? No, I just drove by. Kept on, pursuing to the next stop. I bust a left and I'm headed to the next stop. That block was dead, yo, so I continue to A1A. Take it, cause I'm a lyrical poet with Miami's on the scene, just in case you didn't know, with my town that created all the bass sound, enough to shake and kick holes in the ground. Keep my composure when it's time to get loose, magnetized by the mic while I kick my juice. And if there was a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook while my DJ revolves it. Ice, ice, baby. Ice, ice, baby. Vanilla ice, ice, baby. Vanilla ice, ice, baby. Word to your mother. just to learn from sleight of hand. Bad news comes, don't you worry, even when it lands. Good news will work its way to all them plans. We both got fired on exactly the same day. Well, we'll float on, good news is on the way. We'll all float on okay. We'll all float on okay. We'll all float on okay. We'll all float on all right. Already we'll all float on all right. Don't worry, we'll all float on all right. Already we'll all float on all right. Don't worry, we'll all float on all right. Don't worry, we'll all float on all right. Already we'll all float on all right. Don't worry, even if things end up a bit too heavy, we'll all float on all right. Don't worry, we'll all float on all right. Already we'll all float on okay. Don't worry, we'll all float on all right. Don't worry, we'll all float on all right. Don't worry, we'll all float on all right. Don't you worry, we'll all float on all right. Don't you worry, we'll all float on all right.
Hey, 1, 2, you know what to do. Come on. Yeah. 3 little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Summer came like cinnamon, so sweet. Little girls double dutch on the concrete. Maybe sometimes we got it wrong, but it's alright. The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. Don't you hesitate, girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down. Sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your head down. You gonna find yourself somewhere, somehow. Blue as the sky, sunburned and lonely, sipping tea in a bar by the roadside. Don't you let those other boys fool ya. I gotta love that afro hairdo. Maybe sometimes we feel afraid, but it's alright. The more you stay the same, the more they seem to change. Don't you think it's strange? Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. You go ahead, let your head down. Sapphire and faded jeans, I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your head down. tell me your favorite song. Just go ahead, let your head down. Sapphire and faded jeans. I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your head down. Girl, put your records on. Tell me your favorite song. Just go ahead, let your head down. Sapphire and faded dreams. I hope you get your dreams. Just go ahead, let your head down. Just go ahead, just go ahead. Just go ahead, let your head down.
I walked across an empty land. I knew the pathway like the back of my hand. I felt the earth beneath my feet. Sat by the river and it made me complete. Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting older, I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. I came across a fallen tree. I felt the branches of it looking at me. Is this the place we used to love? Is this the place that I've been dreaming of? Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. So if you have a minute, why don't we go talk about it somewhere only we know? This could be the end of everything. So why don't we go somewhere only we know? Somewhere only we know.
And sorry, I'm actually doing something. Shut up. All right. I can be rude to Jeff. That's like, all right. Welcome to the Stab Comedy Theater. It's time for Warm Takes. Please welcome to the stage your host, Benton Harshaw.
Hey, how we doing? We can do better than that at the top of the show. How we doing? Hell yeah. Hosting 101. Get them excited that they're here. All right, cool. It's good to be here. Welcome to Warm Takes. If you've never been to the show before, here's the general conceit. Comedians will come up here. They'll do a few minutes of planned material, stuff they usually do all the time. And then we're going to hop on the old God mic right there and give them suggestions. Ooh.
I think that's what God sounds like.
Yeah.
Ooh.
God is a ghost. That's what the Holy Ghost
The Holy
sounds
Spirit,
like. Yeah, the
yeah,
Holy
right?
Spirit. That's the God mic right there. That's the other component.
Yes.
And yeah, that's the show pretty much.
You got it, Ben.
yeah,
You're doing great.
I'm doing amazing. I'm doing great. All right, planned material. Initiating, going.
Oh, God.
I'm kind of a soft guy. I am kind of a soft guy. I don't know. I feel like you look at this and it's like if you make this mad, it's not a big deal. I look like if you offered me a Cliff Bar, I'd be like, I don't do hard drugs. I I look like the nice boy that you bring home to mom, and then when I leave, your mom's like, that guy was kind of a pussy. That's just and I'm fine with that. I was fine with it until recently after a show, a woman came up to me, and she was like, can I see your wrist? And I held my wrist out, and she put her fingers around it, like this. And then she was like, oh, yeah, you would be an easy job. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And she was like, well, I run a hormone therapy clinic, and if you wanted to become a woman, I could make that happen for you. And here's the thing. I have some trans friends. I'm pretty sure none of them were scouted. Pretty sure none of them had that certain je ne sais quoi. And, I left that conversation. I wasn't a woman, but I was a Republican. And that's how that went. I hate my phone. Anyone hate their phones? Everyone hates their phones. I bought this. I got this. It's a dumb phone. It can only call and text is all it can do. It can do three things. It can call, text, and scare women. I think these dates would go better if I had a gun in my pocket. At least they know what a gun is. I don't know. I was on a date and a girl was like, is that going to ring when our food is ready? And I was like, no, it's my phone. It doesn't ring. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like going on the internet. The internet feels like a room full of people and everyone's just trying to be the loudest in the room. That's all. But you need to go in there because you need, there is useful stuff. There's one guy whispering in the corner, like, I can help you fix your sink. There's one guy. And you're like, I need to go in to talk to that guy, and I have to get by Mr. Beast and Marjorie Taylor Greene and just this circus, this conundrum. And then you go outside the room, and people are like, that guy's weird for not being in here. Anyway, that's what I'm going through right now. I don't know. I teach kids, and they're just on the phones all day. They can't read anymore. Did you not? Kids can't read. Reading is done. It's over. I passed out an assignment to a girl, and she was like, what do I do? And I was like, just read the instructions. And then she looked me in the eye and said, I can't read, dumbass. Which, that's a crazy sentence. To be like, I'm dumb, you're dumb. That's insane. And she said it so confidently, I apologized. I was like, I'm so sorry. I must have learned that in a book, being that rude. I'm so fucking dumb. All right, that's 4 minutes. We can move on to
You're timing yourself?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, well, someone's got to time
Were you going to light me? Let's be honest.
No, I was just letting you cook.
Okay,
that's
all
what
right.
the youths say.
I don't think I have any other newer half-baked things to say.
Well, no, that's a different show, Ben. That's the chafe. This is Warm Takes.
This is Warm Takes.
Guys, keep it going for Ben.
All right, that's it. That's the end.
You ready to improvise?
Improvise me, Scotty.
Okay. Can I put my fingers around your wrist?
Please no.
Okay, then never mind.
Did you know there's no exercise on the planet to make your wrist bigger?
Really?
I did some research. There's no. The only exercise to truly solve the problem is killing yourself, and I found that out on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh shit!
Hit me with a take.
What'd you do for Halloween?
As covered the last Warm Takes, I historically have shitty Halloweens.
I know. I wanted to know if it
what do you
changed.
mean? Also, what I saw you yesterday. What do you mean? What'd you do for Halloween?
I'm asking you. Don't make it awkward.
I went home and got Chardonnay drunk with my dog.
Expand.
That's really about it. I got drunk on Chardonnay. I got into a phone call with this guy right here. I listened to records, and then I got real sad about something. Oh.
There it is. There it is. That's what I was digging for.
Because on the way home, I was stopping at the co-op to get Chardonnay. And
the co-op?
There was a guy. I buy good Chardonnay.
Okay.
But I stopped there, and the cashier, he was wearing an Invader Zim hoodie.
Yeah.
It's like an old Nick and I told him, I was like, I like your costume. I grew up on that show. And he was like, oh, well, I've only watched the reruns. And it made me feel so old. It made me feel deeply depressed, where I just wanted to just call him nerd and run out of the store.
You have that cell phone, but you're gonna call him a nerd.
Yes.
Okay.
This is a masculine device.
The phone that you have.
Absolutely.
I gotta
I have to. I have to actually like know how to get around and stuff.
Yeah.
It really puts me in a lot of different predicaments. It really.
I know. I was gonna ask. Do you do MapQuest? You printing the maps out?
I just know how to get places. I just
That's wild.
I Google how to get there, and I just remember the directions. Like it's not a big deal. Like
do you smoke weed?
I don't smoke weed.
See, that's why you remember the directions.
The most this thing has ever bitten me in the ass is because I have Instagram for comedy, and I didn't want to get on Instagram at all, so I set up a chat bot to respond to people. Like if anyone messaged me, be like, "Hi, I'm not usually on here. Would love to talk. Here's my personal phone number." And that was going.
Benton, that's an invitation.
Well, that was going great until you guys know those porn AI chat bots that just message you.
Yeah.
One of those
no.
One of those messaged me, and my bot. It looked like I was saying, "Here's my phone number. I'd love to connect." And then they just kept talking back and forth over and over again, and they fell in love.
Really? The machines are learning. It's wild.
The machines are learning.
Can you grow a beard?
That was the verbal way of putting the finger around my wrist. That
I was thinking about it.
That's great. Yeah, I can grow a beard. It's not a great beard, but it is. It's kind of a J.D. Vance beard.
J.D. Vance beard. Can someone Google that? Not Benton, because he can't.
Do you know who J.D. Vance is?
No, I don't.
That's hilarious.
I am the problem. Oh wait, I know who that is. That's Trump's guy.
Yeah,
right?
that's his guy. Yeah,
Right.
he doesn't have a
Calm
certain
down.
position or anything. Just that's his dude.
Yeah. Who are you gonna vote for?
That's I don't. That's a hot take. I don't know if that's a warm take.
That's true. That's true.
I'm thinking of Jill Stein.
You're just gonna whisper into a crystal? I think that's how her voters vote.
I'd like to. I send a bird away.
Yeah.
I summon a phoenix to cast my ballot. That's how you vote for Jill Stein. I don't know. I know who I'm gonna vote for like local stuff, but
Okay.
like I don't know. I kind of hate Kamala and Trump both. Kamala obviously better, but I'm just like both. Like you're both gonna blow up the world.
I keep saying to my dad, none of them are for us, and he was like, but Trump makes sense. And I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go home. I gotta go home.
Doesn't your dad hit you?
What?
No, never mind.
Sorry, I can't hear you. I have a bum ear for some reason. I don't know why.
Is that enough worm taken?
I
feel
think,
like
do you guys get the idea of the show?
You get the idea?
You get the idea?
General, there's
Okay,
going to be
they
less
got it.
politics, I swear.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll keep the politics out.
Less
I'm so
politics,
sorry.
more wrist stuff.
More religion and wrist stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys keep it going for Benton Harshaw. Doing a great job. Your next comic coming to the stage. You guys make it loud for Jeff Brown, everybody.
Prepared material. I don't have any of that. I'm pretty generic looking, like pretty standard. Like default white guy is like my flavor, I guess. I kind of go with that. Like beard, glasses, chronic masturbation habit, just regular white guy stuff that all white guys have, right? Yeah. But I was thinking that actually, and I was writing that down. I was just like, yeah, I'm a generic white guy, but I'm actually not that generic of a white guy because I'm kind of short. I'm like 5'4", and I'm like kind of misshapen. Like I have muscles where like muscles necessarily shouldn't be, and I have hair in places, but it's not symmetrical. Like it's on one side of my body, but not the other. So like I am kind of like a default white guy, but more like one that you got from Temu. Like you didn't expect it to look like this, but like you're too lazy to really send it back. So you're like, I guess I'll make this work. Like it can't reach the top shelves. But it did come with its own New Yorker subscription, so that's kind of nice. I'm just gonna do that, actually. Hi, Ben.
Oh, this part's starting?
Sure, why not?
Okay, cool.
I didn't come here to say jokes that I forgot. I came here to say jokes I haven't thought of yet.
Okay, sounds good. All right, we're starting off with these topics I wrote when I was supposed to be teaching children today. Story. Do you have a story involving a small animal?
What an oddly specific yet weirdly generic question to ask. A story involving a small animal. Weirdly, I do actually. So I've been posting about it. If you guys don't follow my Facebook or Instagram, which you should, I have 2 cats at home with my girlfriend, and we have a shared backyard, which is kind of just open, and a small cat just sort of wandered into our area, and I made the smart decision of like starting to feed it, which I thought was like a good deed, but now it also implies responsibility, which is also how I think I got my girlfriend. Like I just took her out to dinner once, and then I got home and she was just there all the time, and I was just like, fuck, okay, we're dating now.
How did you actually meet your girlfriend?
I actually met her through OkCupid, which I don't think people use
Jesus
now.
Christ.
I fed her words of sweet prose through OkCupid's, at the time, open messaging service. You can't do that now. I don't even know, does OkCupid even exist now? Does anyone use OkCupid? No?
I think they do like OkCupid reenactments. I've seen that at the history
Just a bunch of people
museum.
in like period accurate 2012 costumes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of white dudes with like the newsboy cap. That's actually what all the period reenactments are looking
it's a really
like,
intense enactment gig because you got to get gauges.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. What do you think of Chinese dragons, like the ones in the parades?
They're beautiful. I was gonna say I said beautiful. My first thought weirdly was like erotic, and I don't think that's what I should have gone with.
Do we have the same image in our head?
Yeah,
right
I
now?
think so. Like they have pendulous breasts, right? That's the ones you've looked at. I've been looking at the wrong websites. You can find a lot of stuff if you go to the right Discord.
I'm talking about like the 8 guys in one dragon.
Those are cool. Like I think that there's a lot of teamwork involved in them. They're much bigger. I watched Mulan a lot, and they're much bigger than that. So it was a kind of disappointment to be like, they're not that small. And also they don't sound like, was it Eddie Murphy?
Huh?
Was it Eddie Murphy who played the voice of the dragon in Mulan? Yeah, it didn't sound like Eddie Murphy. I asked every guy, all 8 guys, I was like, which one of you sounds like? Nope, none of you. Okay, disappointment.
All right. Childhood trauma, real or not real?
My therapist says it's real. I just think that my dad says that it builds character. And when I read Calvin and Hobbes a lot, that dad said it also built character. And I love Calvin and Hobbes. So I think that probably real. I don't know what childhood trauma I have. I think you have to be told that. I don't think you can come to the conclusion yourself. I think you have to do something unfortunate in public, and someone has to pull you aside and be like, hey, what happened to you as a child? Like how many times did you cry outside your apartment or house? I'm like 4.
I see.
Every kid.
Yeah, you need like a third party.
Yeah, you need somebody to be like I guess it's that thing where you're always, I don't know if it's just me, but I always assume that like I'm being watched. Like for fun on a TV show when I was younger. So like if you tripped and fell, you try to like smile at the camera and like walk it off. But yeah, I guess you need, so that's my trauma right there. No, yeah, I think someone has to tell you it. I don't think I can decide that I have childhood trauma.
Do you think you have childhood trauma?
Can you tell me?
No. Because I don't think it works like that.
Okay.
I don't think it works like that.
By all accounts of being 40 years old and standing on the stage right now, yes, I think I definitely had childhood trauma.
Yeah. Just a quick shout out. Everyone you'll see tonight has childhood trauma.
That's the joke. That's what we all have in common.
All right. Ideas to improve public transit.
Make some. That would be the first one.
Hell yeah.
And that's the unfortunate thing is if you go anywhere else where they have decent public transit, and every guy who looks like me, a generic white guy, will be like, go to Portland and go to Seattle, and it's amazing. But it really is though. Like I hate driving, and I don't even drive that much, and I hate it. And it's not because the aux port on the car doesn't work and I have to listen to 94.7. That's not the only reason that I hate driving, is that I don't have things to listen to. You should listen to 103.1. Jesse, what's the name of the station? Cuts? All right, listen to Cuts.
Listen, Nick, what type of car do you drive?
I drive. My car broke a long time ago. My girlfriend's drive is the one I drive, and that is a 2006 Honda. It looks like shit, but it only has 120,000 miles. So it's what's inside that counts.
What's the dirtiest your car's ever been?
When I smoked, probably.
You smoked in the Honda?
I smoked in many cars. Many of them were Hondas. I feel like they just have like a hive mind. So I assume that if I smoke in one, it sort of like seeps into every Honda that I've ever been inside of.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got childhood trauma.
No.
For sure. All right. All right. What's a good one? Did you ever get in trouble?
How many do you have written down? I'm really curious.
We're almost done. I got different ones. I'm kind of bouncing around.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid $20. You bet I prepared for this. All right, that's cool. Trouble. Did you ever get in trouble at school? Were you a rabble rouser?
I got a C once when I was younger. And it wasn't like in a math. It was in conduct. The worst grade I got in like grade school because I was a suck up was for conduct. So the lowest grade I ever got when I was like in grade school was for just like being annoying, basically, because that's what conduct means when you're in grade school, is that you won't shut the fuck up. So yes, and I got an award that same year because the teacher did this thing where they gave all the kids awards based on their personality, and mine was called the Quicksilver Award. And I got that award because I always was too fast at trying to get the teacher to answer a question that wasn't asked. So yeah, I chatted too much, and also I was kind of a kiss ass. I had my desk next to the teacher's desk because I wanted to help grade the papers because I had undiscovered sexual issues probably at that time.
Well, I'm very sorry, and that is your time.
Thank you. Everybody thanks you.
All right, give it up again for Jeff Brown. All righty, the next comedian coming to the stage, he lives below me. He's a monster. He is hilarious. Give it up for Ethan Albers.
Woo! Give it up for Benton trying to bare minimum over there. What's going on, guys? How's it going? Is this a date or a fucking startup? What's going on, guys? How you guys? What's going on here? You fucking by yourself? You look like the reason I quit cocaine, man, right there. No offense. What's your name, sir? Colin. Hell yeah. You look a lot like the guy the last time I did cocaine. I did quit cocaine 5 years ago, guys. I quit cocaine 5 years. No applause or anything? Okay, real fucking supportive. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm so brave. No cocaine. Who has cocaine? I really need some cocaine. I know you have cocaine. You are made of cocaine. Okay. Yeah, okay. Everybody be quiet while Emma takes her shit in the other room, all right? Now, cocaine is a sad drug. Have you guys ever done cocaine? Miss, have you ever done cocaine? No, don't do it. It's a sad drug because it's on a long enough timeline. If you do it regular enough, like the people don't want to do it with you. So the people you do it with keep getting younger and younger and younger. It's a true story. Last time I was doing cocaine, I was chopping up. It's like 3 a.m, just fucking snorting drugs and shit. Hell yeah. I love what's going on here. I love this. No, I'm into this. Hello, miss. What's your name? Mira. Round of applause for Mira Comics for showing up. Don't clap for your friend. The comics should clap. What do you do for work, Mira? Oh, shit. Okay. Is this a good clinical drug or a bad, like are you making some like monster? Like, I just want to know, like, and do you have any drugs I could have? That's what I want to. No? Like you're not working for Purdue. You're like OxyContin 2. This time no one lives. Like you're not making that, are you? like okay. No, that's awesome. We need that stuff. I was just talking about cocaine. Have you ever done cocaine? Okay. Well, tonight's the night. All right. Pull out this with every one of these tickets. You get free cocaine with your.
No, you do not.
No, you don't. We can't afford that. We're broke. I was just talking about I did cocaine. Yeah, the long enough timeline, people you do cocaine with get younger and younger. And the last night I was doing cocaine, I was chopping up cocaine at 3 a.m, and I was like snorting it, like, doing that. And I was like looking at the guys doing cocaine with me. He's like, and then I looked at him. I was like, 9/11 was a motherfucker, right? And then he looked at me. He was like, I wasn't born yet. But I took that differently because I'm all fucked up on cocaine. I was like, yeah, man, we kind of all weren't born yet, right? Wasn't until that plane hit that tower and we all kind of woke up as a nation. That's cocaine, man. Well, if you ever want to start cocaine, because girls, good-looking girls don't have to buy drugs, which I don't think is fair. Do you gentlemen think that's fair? Do you think I have to pay full price for drugs, but if you went out tonight and was like, I want cocaine, you could just get it for free. Like, how is that fair? Like, I have a good-looking friend, Susan. She tries to make me feel poor quite a bit. She tells me like her elaborate, like she's a good-looking gal. And the other day she told me, she's like, Ethan, I just hung out on a boat. I just did cocaine on a boat. I'm like, so what? I've done cocaine on a boat. Granted, it wasn't in the water. It was in Ted's driveway, but still, that counts as cocaine on a boat. Okay? I'm going to do one more because I got a newer bit I'm trying to work on.
Go quick.
Quick.
Yeah.
Quick?
Pronto.
Quick?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I've evolved as a comic. I've hit a new level now. I'm a comic that does a lot of those difference between men and women bits. Like, you guys love those women are different from men, guys. Fucking wow! You like that? That's fucking wackadoo, yeah. I found out recently the difference between men and women can be summed up on how women or men view homeless people. Yeah, the other day I was high with my girlfriend and we're walking, holding hands, and we walked by an unhoused gentleman, and he's standing in his underwear holding a burrito, and he's yelling, bitch, and taking a bite of it. And going, bitch, and then taking a bite of the burrito and going, bitch. And I like make eye contact with my girl, and I just see it in her face. She's like, oh, this poor man. I hope he finds love and hope and support and finds a path forward in life and gets back on his feet. And I'm just looking at the guy going, where'd he get that burrito?
All right, we got to move into the other.
Okay, hey, Ben Harshaw. All right.
We got to move into the other part.
What do you got there, neighbor?
Yeah.
Hey, your fucking roommate was he lives above me. In case you don't know, we're hetero life partners. Anyways, his roommate came storming down at 2 a.m. screaming. I thought he was getting robbed. I came out with a machete, naked last night, and scared the fuck out of his girlfriend.
He was fine with his girlfriend.
Oh yeah, no, I'm very aware of that. Anyway,
I wasn't there, but
you were drunk on Chardonnay and Davis. You fucking hack. All right, go.
You can open the show by doing prepared material or crowd work or being mean to the god, Mike. All right. All right, cool. I'm flustered. What election do you wish you'd go back in time and vote in?
Ooh, what election? I wish I could go back in time. Any election?
Any election.
Any election.
Any election.
Oh, I mean, it has to be, dude. I'm going Germany, fucking 1932, dude. Come on, like.
A little quick with that date right there.
I'm gonna go back, man. And hey, just walk around and go, and everybody's like, "Fucking Hitler's awesome." I'm like, I don't know, guys. I just want to be that guy. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I mean, his fucking suit is on, but yeah, he's fucking dripped. But I don't know, dude. I don't know. Yeah.
All right, we got time for one more. One very quick one. Your favorite memory in nature? What do you want from me? What's your favorite memory in nature?
I would like to believe it was like something wholesome. That's what I really want to believe. But the first thing that thought of my mind is one time I got a girl pregnant on the back of a four-wheeler. Okay. Like out in the woods, we're out riding, and it if you ever been on a motorcycle, some girls get turned on, and she's like, "I want a bone." She's like whispering. I was like, just stopped, and we boned on a back of a four-wheeler in the woods. You got any more questions? You got a question?
No, that's about.
Oh, you're raising the roof? Fucking four-wheelers, guys. I've been Ben Harshaw. Thanks so much.
Yeah, that's been me. Give it up for me, everybody. Trevor Lockwood. All right. Thank you so much. All right, we got our next comedian coming to the stage. Right now. Coming from the far north. Very funny. Please give it up for Trevor Lockwood.
If I'm going down, you're going down with me. It's my wife when we're 69. I was recently watching The Little Mermaid, and there's a crab that sings "Kiss the Girl," but usually when I see crabs, it means "Don't kiss the girl." So, all right. I recently got fired from my job. I was working at a police station. I was caught stealing. So when they fired me, I had to turn in my 4 guns and 6 badges. a lady came up to me really frantic. She wanted a coat hanger. There was a baby locked in her car. I was like, whoa, there's no going back. You already had the kid. And I was like, this is California. Just wait 30 minutes. This problem's going to take care of itself. And it did. He found the door handle, so that's cool. I don't know why she was freaking out. The windows were down. So dumb. No, I tried to interview for some jobs. I interviewed to be a lion tamer at a place. Interview didn't go well. I just blew it and made a mess of things. And apparently the circus I was applying for doesn't want you performing oral sex on their animals. And I just blew it and made a mess of things. I don't like bestiality, but my dog loves it. You gotta reward good behavior, I tell you that. Give a dog a bone, right? Yeah, I got that dog in me. That's fine. That's not true. I'm just lying right now. My grandfather, before he passed away, was visited by one of the Spice Girls, which is cool because I didn't know they did like Make-A-Wish for old people. And it wasn't one of the original members. It was a different Spice Girl. It wasn't scary, sporty, baby, posh, ginger, ice. It was Ho Spice. My friends are saying I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's hospice. But they're British. They say their words funny over there. So before he passed away, he spiced up his life. It was pretty cool.
Alrighty, give it up for that's all we got.
Yeah, go
We're
ahead.
going to the warm takes part. Give it up for Trevor
Hey,
Lockwood.
thank
That
you.
was awesome. Did you actually try to be a lion tamer?
No, I don't like animals, actually. Yeah, I can't pet them or anything.
That set made me think you really like animals.
No, yeah, that's the art of comedy.
What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal is a dead one. I don't know why that sounded goldfish. All right, no, best of both worlds, a possum, because they play dead all the time. There we go.
Very, very nice.
Oof.
Do you currently own a pet?
I don't. My wife has 5. We have 3 dogs and 2 cats, and we're fostering a cat. Anyone want a cat? All right, sorry.
Welcome to Warm Takes and Animal Propositioning.
You want a cat, baby?
All right.
Some pussy? All right, sorry.
Okay. What is your favorite branch of the military?
Space Force.
Space Force.
Yeah.
Would you join Space Force?
No, I'd watch them though.
What do you mean?
I'd watch the launches. That'd be pretty cool. People do it for SpaceX. I'd do it for Space Force.
Would you salute?
No, because they can't see me. I'd be patriotic on the inside, I guess.
Gotcha. All right. What is a place you would never want to live?
Outside. I very much prefer having a roof over my head.
You're an inside human.
I'm an inside guy.
What's your least favorite part of the outside?
The weather. No climate control. Yeah, just no electricity. It's cold. A lot of shit that sucks outside. It's raining right now, so you get it.
Did you? I'm gonna recycle one. Did you ever get in trouble as a kid in school? Did you ever get in trouble?
Yeah, for dumb reasons. I was actually a good boy, and one time in high school, we just after the bell rang after lunch, we decided let's just hang out at our table and see how long it takes for us to get in trouble. And it was about an hour before we decided to try to walk off campus, and then they caught us. So nothing crazy. Yeah. I also lived across the street from my school, so if I had to take a shit, I just went home. So So that's pretty
How did your
cool.
parents feel about that?
Parent, I come from a broken home.
All right, God Mike showing his privilege.
What's a dad like? No, that my mom didn't care. I used to text her to call to let me go home, and then I just took matters into my own hands.
Just to shit, you would text to
Yeah,
call.
I'd be like, "Hey, I feel sick. Call the nurse's office till I have
That's
to go
very
home."
elaborate for a poo.
Okay, so I'm from Merced. I'm from the Central Valley, and our bathroom stalls had no doors because of fights. So if I wanted to shit, it had to be at home.
People were rage caging in the,
Yeah,
in the bathroom stalls.
There was a football player who would announce he had to take a shit, and they'd let him go, and I thought he was the coolest guy in the world because he was so brave.
Where is that guy now?
I don't know, probably CTE, something like. He was good at football, so he's probably.
It sounds like he had CTE when you knew him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He didn't have a wife and kids yet, though, so that was pretty safe.
Okay. Little dark turn right there. All right, we got one final question.
Yep.
What to say? I ditched the paper because everyone was making fun of me.
Aw.
What is your ideal date? I'm trying my best over here.
It's one of those things. Like I don't know. I have a joke about what my ideal date is.
Do it. And
my ideal date is building birdhouses together, and then going back and evicting those birds from those houses.
Good. All righty. We have another comedian. I don't know if it's the last one, but that last comedian? Okay, very cool. Last comedian coming all the way from the Humboldt area. Very, very funny. Please give it up for Jessica Gray. Thanks.
All right. What's up? You guys have been in the car since 11 a.m. this morning? All right. Well, fuck me. That's right. All right. I'm not drinking. You guys drinking? I hope so. Keeps the doors open. Buy a drink. My husband's been drinking beer all night. I'm not a fan of beer. I've never been a fan of beer. It's just the taste is a little too much like my mom's breath. Just a joke. She was a vodka drinker. I told that joke one time in Chico, and an older man in the front row got verbally disgusted. He went, "Bah!" And I had to clarify, like, look, dude, it's a joke. My mom never open mouth kissed me. Duh, my stepdad did. True story, not a joke at all. When I was in the 3rd grade, my stepdad tried to open mouth kiss me, and I'm a fucking snitch. I've been a snitch since birth. I'll tell on every lie. You get a little fucking weird around me, and I will tattle. I don't give a shit. So he tried, and I was like, ah! And it wasn't the kiss that traumatized me. It's what he said to justify it. He said, oh, I'm sorry. You just remind me so much of your mother. I was 8 years old. I remind you of a 29-year-old chain-smoking, divorced bitch? That's who I remind you of. Fun to do comedy in a place where comedy is expected. We've been doing a lot of comedy in places where comedy is not expected. We announce the show and people just get up and fucking leave. So it's real nice. You guys are still in the seats. I did comedy at a strip club once in my hometown, which is located just off the highway right next to an elementary school. That's true. The only reason I agreed to do the show was because I was told there weren't going to be strippers there, but when I got there, I found out there were going to be burlesque dancers between each act. If you're not familiar with burlesque, I believe it's French for not quite a stripper. Because before my turn to go on stage, a grown woman in kitty ears and a kitty tail and a G-string and stilettos, she got up on stage and started dancing to some old-timey music, pretending to be a kitty. And then it was my turn. Like, all right, everybody, now listen to my words and laugh at me, but not like that. That's a tough gig. One time I did that joke in front of a bunch of burlesque dancers, not knowing there was a burlesque show right after the comedy show. You guys, I quit comedy for 5 days after that. It was horrifying. I'm not trying to put down burlesque dancers or strippers, okay? I think they're doing the Lord's work. I can't even imagine the self-esteem you've got to have to show your tits to strangers. Like, the only way I could show my tits to strangers would be like if, I don't know, if they asked to see them. That's my hard line in the sand, though. We saw a bumper sticker on a car on the way down here. It said, "Attitude is the real disability." That's a bold fucking statement, is it not? Anybody want to explain that to my blind Aunt Linda? She can't see a goddamn thing. Anybody want to explain that to her? Sorry, Aunt Linda. Looks like you'd be able to see, but you're kind of a bitch. Maybe work on that attitude. You wouldn't have retina pigmentosa. Watch a lot of medical dramas. I like ER. You guys like ER? No? Okay, for the joke, could you like ER? It's a room of 10 people. I think we know where this is going. They use this phrase in ER that I was an English major, but this phrase they use a lot, and I don't get it. They'll be like, give me 10 cc's stat. Is stat short for something? Is that an abbreviation? Give me 10 cc's statutory. I need that as quickly as you would have sex with an underage but consenting minor. Yeah, do it like her daddy's on the way home. Thank you. The VFW did not like that joke at all. Not one bit. Hey, what do you think they called the electric eels before Ben Franklin? So the natives were like, "You're not going to want to go swimming today. There's a bunch of those. Fuck, that hurts." Oh, I guess we're going to have to go there, you guys. Anal sex. A joke that the VFW did like for some reason. Anal sex. I'm not picking on anybody, but if you like it, that means you like the feeling of a shit changing its mind. And that's fucked up. We've all been there, right? I gotta go. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do.
Give it up for Jessica
Thank
Grand.
Can't really go anywhere from there.
I was like, should I cut her off? Yes, I can. Yes, I will.
Yes.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will. All right. Very cool. Okay. What's the scariest type of guy?
Honestly, it's usually the quiet ones.
All right. I took that personally.
Too much eye contact, I'm fucking out. That's it.
That's,
You're holding some eye contact right now.
I have to. Never mind.
I know.
I'm
It's
gonna
okay.
I'm going to look this way now.
No, you're fine.
I'm going to give the shows this way. All right, so what's your where, if you had to make a museum of something, what would it be?
Oh, the Backstreet Boys. I fucking love them.
You make a Backstreet Boys museum?
Yes.
How many rooms?
And I would have them present at all times.
Do you really like the Backstreet Boys?
I do. I love the Backstreet Boys. I've seen them live twice as an adult. Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Have you ever met them, like in person?
No.
Would that be too much?
I think it might be. I did just get to meet Dave Attell, and he's like my second to the Backstreet Boys, so... I got very nervous.
Very different types of men.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay. What do you think? What's your nightmare of meeting the Backstreet Boys? What's the worst you think that could happen if you met them?
Oh my God, what if they didn't like me? What if they all individually did not propose and take me to their mansions one by one? They would be cool with it. They're like brothers.
How old are the Backstreet Boys now?
Oh God, they're parent age now. I mean, they got to be like in their 50s.
That's
they
parent
could have been
age?
my parent.
I'm pretty sure parent age is like...
At like 19 now, I know.
I was
meant my parent.
I was going to say a lower number, but sure.
Yeah.
Anyone could be a parent. She said not to make eye contact. Do you have any questions? I'm running out of steam here. This is where I learn. This is how I learn. If you could, I don't know, if you could ride an animal that's not usually ridden, which one would you ride?
Just give me a little bit. I think I would ride some sort of fish underwater because I'm really bad at swimming. I don't go fucking anywhere when I'm trying to swim, like when I'm trying to paddle, so it'd be tight to like ride on something that gets through the water quick.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But what type of fish?
I'm going to say a really big one. Maybe a grouper. I don't want to make a porn video. I want to ride the fish, okay?
You mentioned you were an English major. Is that true?
Yes.
You're an English major. What is your favorite book?
Two come to mind, but I think The Secret Life of Bees is my favorite book.
What happens in The Secret Life of Bees? I never heard
I
of
don't
that
fucking remember. I just know that when I read that book, I really liked it. I picked out my firstborn's name from that book.
What's the name?
Lily Marie. And then side note, my first boyfriend, he had a kid years after we separated, named it Lily Marie. So that's out the fucking door.
I thought you were going to say named him Bee.
Named him Secret.
Named him Secret Life of Bees. What's the other book that came to mind besides Secret Life of Bees?
The Chris Farley Show. It's just about Chris Farley's life.
Oh, it's just a
that
book.
one kind of sucks because you know what's going to happen at the end. So I avoided reading the last couple pages for a long
I don't
time.
know. What does happen at the end?
Some hookers make out with his watch and his wallet.
Doesn't he live happily down at the river?
Isn't he here now?
Yeah, that's true. I'm Chris Farley. I've made a comeback. Okay. What do you have a favorite relative? Why do I? You know what? No more asking the favorites of stuff.
Okay.
I'm leaning on that too much. Do you have a least favorite relative?
I do. It is my blind Aunt Linda. That's a real person. She is fucking awful. She's a proud blind person, so she'll do things without asking. She wants to do it by herself or whatever, but then she'll fucking ask you for help the whole time. Like she'll be like, "You go over there and sort that, and I'll go over here and sort this," and then she'll be like, "Hey, what's this? Hey, what's that?"
Is she fully? She's fully
blind. Can't see anything.
Yeah. And you get mad that she asks for help.
Yes. Yes, I do. She's an awful person.
What's the most tense moment you've had with Linda?
Oh, well, when my grandma died, she sneakily had me sign a piece of paper that said that I couldn't contest the will that I was not in.
You got tricked by a blind person?
I got tricked by a blind person. And I didn't and when
the contract was in Braille, so
yeah. How was I supposed to read that? Yeah, and so I didn't get any money, and she got I don't know, $400,000.
Damn, that is a nice pair. That is a nice pair of sunglasses.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, that's crazy. What would you have done with that money?
Probably bought a house.
Probably bought a house.
Probably would have done something responsible and not drank it away. Oh, what? Shots fired.
Did Aunt Linda drink it away?
Oh, she's a big alcoholic.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you ever just switch out her beverages?
She still has taste. In fact, it's probably heightened. It's probably super. She probably tastes it before she even gets to the cup.
Damn, that type of alcoholic.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Damn, now I just love this woman. Are you going up? Are you? Yeah. How are the paying customers feeling?
Yeah, woo!
We've had, it's kind of been a Shark Tank of normal people sitting in the back. I mean, I don't want.
Do something with me though. What am I doing? Shoo me away.
All right, we're gonna do one more question.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask a very good question. I'm gonna ask an amazing question. What is your favorite? Nope.
Yep.
Shit.
Yep.
I'm not even doing it intentionally. How are you gonna get to where you're going?
I am gonna get in the car, and I'm gonna drive an hour and 10 minutes to our friend's house. And we're gonna crash in their room with a squeaky ass bed, and yeah.
Yeah. How do you know it's squeaky?
Because 2 fat people slept in it already earlier this week. Yeah, no fucking in that bed. Not for us.
Do you think Aunt Linda's fucking?
I think she is. I don't think very often, but I think occasionally. I think she has to fuck her husband occasionally for stuff, otherwise he won't help her.
She has a husband?
Yeah, he
Wow.
can see.
He can see.
Yeah.
That's a powerful couple. One that can see and one that can't see.
Yeah.
How does your relationship with him?
He's all right. He's kind of an idiot, but we're on the same page. Aunt Linda's a bitch, and he does this thing. He does this thing during dinner where she's saying something he doesn't like. He'll just flip her off.
And
I'm not there yet.
And that's been Jessica Grant. Yeah. All righty. We have a special treat. The beginner of this show, the forefather. Please give it up for Emma Haney.
I'm already here. Hello. How are you guys doing? This is such a weird. You guys could have spread out a little bit, but it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, although it's safer that way. After all the shit you've been hearing people talk about, you're like, yeah, let's stick together in here. That's crazy. Should I do one joke or should we just improvise?
It's up to you. Whatever's
Ben,
clever.
I'm training you to take this over one day.
Really?
No. Who wants to do that?
Because I don't want to.
You what? You don't?
I like doing it.
It's
We can
fun.
talk about this later.
No. Let's turn it into a podcast here and now.
Let's turn it into a podcast.
Jesse, hit record. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. He
left.
went to his booth.
I do have one new joke. Can I tell it to you guys that I've been working on?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Y'all
want
to hear a new bit? Oh. I just got my dog neutered a month ago. Give it up for me, you guys, for being a responsible pet owner. And I didn't even get him fixed because of I didn't want him to breed or whatever. It was mostly because his balls were gross. They were gross to look at. It was crazy. I'm like, you're 4 months old. How are they bald? How are you balding already? It's crazy. They're just ugly. They're gross. I'm like, get rid. These are nasty. They're not like my cat's balls. You know what I mean? Because I have a male cat also. And when I got him fixed, those balls, chef's kiss. All right? They were draped in fur. They were beautiful. They were cute. I was like, I just want to hang these from my rear view mirror. Or if I had a truck, I would do that. It'd be great. And I remember when I took him in to get him fixed, I was messing with the vet tech that worked there. I was trying to play it cool. I'm just so what do you do with these when you cut them off? And she was just like, we throw them away with the medical waste. And I was just like, cool, yeah. I mean, if you're just going to throw them away, can I have them? And she was just like, no. And it kind of irritated me. I left and I was just thinking, I'm like, she's keeping all the balls for herself. That's what she's doing. I went home and looked on Etsy. I'm like, she's got a store somewhere. She's flipping balls on the internet. Did that have legs? Was it okay? You guys like it? It was all right. It's kind of gross.
It had legs and it did not have balls.
All right, Ben. Low-hanging fruit. Unlike the balls.
Unlike the balls. All right, we're to the riffing part. What other surgeries would you get your dog?
What other surgeries would I get my dog?
It's just another surgery.
I don't know. He's pretty perfect in my eyes a little bit.
If you could augment him a little bit.
If you could augment him, I get him robot legs. Yeah.
So that he can continue to walk on 4 legs or walk on 2 legs.
No, I would only get 3. Because that's a conversation starter. You know what I mean?
You'd cut off 4 legs and give him 3 legs.
I wouldn't do it, Ben. The professionals would. You're crazy.
How's the new dog going with the cat?
They're fine. They're learning each other's boundaries and stuff. I'm waiting for them. I really want my cat and my dog to snuggle together for the gram. You know what I mean? So I can start posting those vids, but no matter how much I force them together and try and make them kiss, they won't. You guys, they won't do it. It's crazy.
Wow. Have you thought of doing a parent trap situation?
A parent trap situation?
I don't know. Just make them fall in love. Just make a plot.
I mean, that's not the parent. Ben, have you seen the Parent Trap? Has anybody in here seen the? There's a whole lore that goes behind that.
That's what I'm talking about. Do that.
Well, no, my cat and my dog would have to have twins, right?
Uh-huh.
And then they would have to not work out and then go their separate ways and then come back later and that's a 20-year plan that I don't think they'll live through at all. That's a lot.
I'm just saying, try it.
Fine, Benton. I'll do it for the gram.
Gotcha. How was work today?
Shitty. Work is never great.
Work is never great.
It's never great.
How could it be great?
How could it be better?
Yeah, how could work get better?
If people weren't dumb? I don't know.
I say the same thing working with children all day.
I can't read, dumbass. I
Yeah.
remember your joke. Full circle.
Thank you.
Full circle. I was paying attention.
They are dumb, but they're smart when it comes to being mean to me, which hurts the most.
But that's like the new generation, though.
Were you mean to your substitute?
No.
No.
We'd get hit.
What type of kid? What type of?
I'm like in my mid-30s. Things were different back
Must have
then.
had some thicker wristed.
We knew our we had some thick-wristed teachers. We can't. Yeah.
What type of kid were you?
Me?
Yeah.
Super stoic, I guess. Do you guys know what stoic means? Yeah, this is in Benton's classroom. Cool. I don't know. I was super quiet, very shy, but then I'd make like stupid little jokes, and the teacher'd be like, "What's that?" And I'm like, "Oh, nothing." I don't know.
What was this? What are you?
That was me
sweeping?
turning the pages of a book. Benton. Keep up. Keep up.
If you could be made of any candy, what candy would it be?
Reese's.
Reese's
Pieces.
So
Fill
you'd have
me
a
up.
you'd have an armor. You'd have a hard
Yeah.
candy armor.
Hard candy armor, yeah.
Wow.
But I'd probably eat myself because I love Reese's Pieces, y'all. You guys look very scared. Just the women look scared.
Who is your favorite person in that row of people?
The guy on the end. Yeah. Because when I came out of the bathroom from doing cocaine, I was like, is he still talking about cocaine? And he laughed.
Why is he your favorite compared to the others?
He reminds me of my favorite employee at work. That's why. I was like, is that Sen? Yeah, he is. I'm all, no, he's white. What are you talking? I don't see color. I don't know. Yeah. It was funny when Ethan brought up the cocaine a lot. I'm like, I think he still wants it. I don't know.
He definitely still. I live above him. He definitely wants it.
No, because when we left, I was very tired because I worked like almost 2 12-hour days back to back. And I had a little bit of stuff from a comedy festival, shout out to Humboldt County, you guys, that we did like last month. And I asked Connor, I'm like, should I bring it? I don't know. And I did. I did. And this is me on cocaine. It's very chill. It's not bad.
Wow.
Can we turn off the internet for that?
Is this streaming? I've always wanted.
No one's out there. It's
No,
fine.
no one's
No,
out
I'm
there.
just kidding.
That's so funny to watch you because I'm watching it through the video recorder right there.
Oh, yeah?
To watch you whisper, "Nobody's out there," and
Nobody's
there's clearly a red dot saying "record."
Let's do one more. Are the people for the next show here
We
yet?
can do. I think.
I don't want to hold people hostage. That's my thing with stand-up.
Yeah.
I'm like, let them go if they want to go.
We'll do. Yeah. We'll do.
You
one.
know, you know what I'm talking about. You seen?
All right. What is the question you wish you'd been asked?
A better one than that?
All right, everybody. That's the show.
Yeah.
That's the show.
You guys give it up for all the comics you saw tonight. Keep it going for Benton Harshaw, who helped me out with hosting today. If you ever feel the need to come back, Warm Takes is every first Friday at 9 p.m. I also host another stand-up workshop show. It's every second Saturday? Jesse, help me out. Third Saturday
third
at
Saturday.
9? Yeah. It's called The Chafe. It's very fun if you guys want to come back. But thank you for coming and supporting live comedy. We really appreciate it. Have a good night.
All right, everybody. That was not the chafe. That was Warm Takes. But we're not done. We're not done. We've got one more program. If you'd like to stick around, it's lolgbt plus presents Say Yes. It's a drag talk show discussion salon hang. It's a lot of fun. But if you're done with us for the evening, check out stabcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. We're live in person Thursdays through Sundays, and we stream every gosh darn thing we do. Say Yes will begin, I don't know, when everybody's here. So hang out. I'll see you in a few.
Hello, everyone out there watching and everyone in here watching. I am your small-wristed host, Suzette Finetti. Joined. Do you have a small wrist or a big wrist?
I have pretty small wrists and small
Small
hands.
wrists?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you get free cocaine?
I probably could if I did cocaine.
Right. That's on the last. These are references to the last show I was listening, and the host has small wrist and got scouted for transitioning, and I was like, well, small wrist. And then the next comic was like, hot girls always get free cocaine and I have to pay for it, and that's not fair. I was like, yes.
So basically, well, you're basing like the size of someone's wrist on
Oh, that
how
was
hot
his,
they are.
That was his. No, that was the cocaine. That was his joke. I shouldn't bastardize his joke. I just thought it was a funny reference. How are you?
I'm good. I'm tired. How are you? I'm sure you're tired too. It's been a busy week.
Exhausted. Being a killer yesterday was hard. I was a monster killer. Yeah, you were there. Were you there? You weren't there.
No.
It's like I would have saw you. That
Would
glove
you?
did not fit.
Did it not really?
It really didn't fit. And but I can send you a picture. We made me finger splints out of sticks and medical tape. So my fingers were like that long. That way I could control the fingers.
Oh, I see.
Because in addition to having thin wrists, I have tiny little delicate fingers. So
I always just say
I always
say I have Uma Thurman hands because like ever since I was little. Because have you seen Batman and Robin?
Yes.
You know when she's playing Poison Ivy and
Uh-huh.
she's taking off the gorilla costume for whatever reason she was doing that, and like the first thing she takes off is like her glove, and you see it's like her like long fingered hand, and so I'm like I as a kid I was like, my hands look like that, and I always thought me and Uma Thurman had the same hands. So I've always compared my hands to Uma Thurman's.
You should do like a...
Unless you had a hand double for that one close-up.
Or like, what's that song? Dance Like Uma Thurman?
I've done that before.
You should do that.
I
but
did it
with
as Mia Wallace from Pulp Fiction.
Do it, but then get those hands Helen has for that one number. You know what I'm talking about?
What?
The long hands. The like whore fingers, yeah.
I don't know. What, Helen has them, you said?
Yeah.
I had never paid attention.
She just posted it on Facebook. It was like Helen doing Halloween looks in the past. I remember when she did it because for her, I was like, okay, girl, you're gloves, but like that's a comically large. You know those sticky hands?
Yes.
It was kind of like that, but real life. It looked great. It looked great.
I don't know how I don't remember that at all.
Well, yeah, we got you. Yeah, things are good. October. Okay, Katana's looking at a video.
Oh, yeah, the
of
one she did
Helen's
for the Boogeyman.
Boogeyman hands. Boogeyman hands.
That's hilarious. And it's like in motion. The photo so it looks like it's like skin tone color.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Here, Taryn's texting me. Can you just talk for a second?
Yes. So yesterday was Halloween for any future watchers or whatever. So we were both in the show at Badlands, and it was kind of crazy. I mean, I guess I just never come on an actual holiday to Sacramento, but I was just like, it's probably gonna be kind of dead because everyone celebrated on Saturday. It's a Thursday. People don't really come out like that on Thursday.
No, it was
and they were blocked like
stupid.
Everyone was like lined up down the block for what Faces. Any club basically was getting, you know. So it's like this is wild. I felt like it was like worse than Pride. It was so busy.
Well, and somebody tried to tell me that it was like the line was crazy. Somebody new, a new employee, tried to tell me the line was crazy the other day because it went in front of Roscoe's, and I was like, "Oh, baby,
yeah, no.
If you think that's crazy, like wait until it's really long."
Yeah, like New Year's
like,
prom.
it'll wrap around like
Pride,
like 21st Street, like back all the way back to Snack, like their door. It could be insane. They should put it past Hot Boys, and the first person to bring me etouffee, I'll get their cover. It'd be so cold.
It's just wild because I'm like, can all those people fit in the club? Because I was like, I got there at 11:30, like after the first half of the show started, and then it was still like, the boys they went in line and then they left. That's how long the line was. And then I was telling them like, yeah, it was really busy, and then they were like, you know, it would have been a lot easier if they opened up the second floor, and I was like, it was open. So I was like, oops. But it was pretty. It's almost the busiest I've seen it since like Pride time or like.
You weren't there on Chapel Roan night.
Mm-mm.
Chapel Roan night
Sure was not.
Was insane. Bratlands was busy. Chapel Row night was busier than Bratlands. I think my birthday for a Thursday that's not those two was really packed. Just facts, not bragging. I'm lucky. You know, good cast, right? That's why people came out.
But they also, the funny thing about that show was that like 90, oh no, that's generous. Like I was like 70% of the people there were like watching the show. The rest were like not there to watch the show because, you know, it's Halloween. I get it. But it's also,
last night?
Yeah, it's just kind of like
weird energy.
It's weird. I was like, there's tons of, I was telling, who was it? Dixon. I was like, it's funny, no matter how crowded and full the club is, there's still going to be like 3 people in the front row with their backs to us. And I'm like, why? Like, why are you standing right there?
Just go talk somewhere else.
Yeah. And I'm just like, ugh. Or they're like dancing on the stage. Like one girl had her back fully towards me and I just like grabbed her head with my claw. And then this twink was like dancing on the side, like not the part where we enter, but the other side. And then like I can see him like in the corner of my eye, like performing like on the stage with me. I'm like, can you get the fuck away? So I threw my medical gown at him, and then I think he took that as like, oh, I got a prop. I'm gonna stand on the side with it because he stopped after that.
Yeah, I think it might have been Chapel Row night. Somebody, this is almost a good topic. Like, what do we expect etiquette wise from the crowd? You know, because there are expectations on us, right? Like perform well. Be in a good look. Your makeup should be good and polished. Your hair should look good. I think heels is generally an expectation. You know,
not anymore.
Well,
I was barefoot last night, so I can't talk.
But that's different because like that's like when I do sneakers. Like I'm all about realness, and you were in a hospital gown, which was custom made. Like,
it was,
which is exquisite. So I think barefoot. I'm like. You had nothing? Because I'll wear those like...
I was wearing my dance tights, and I cut the toes out so that like the bottom of my foot would be covered by fabric. So I wouldn't be completely barefoot.
In a gay bar.
Yeah,
yes.
Because I've done that before, but
I'm like, and you did disease. How interesting.
I was like, yeah, see, it was a thought piece. I walked out without, and now I walked out with disease.
Right. I can't cure this disease.
Yeah, herpes.
Well, see, like, I bought these things... I love Badlands. We're not saying Badlands is covered in herpes. We're just saying, as a general rule, don't go barefoot in a nightclub.
Tyra Banks on her talk show had a whole segment about that.
Barefoot
because
in the club?
because I guess girls would go barefoot because they're like, oh, my heels hurt, my feet hurt. I want to take my shoes off in the club.
Then don't wear them.
I know.
Is that what she said?
This was like over 10 years ago. I don't really remember.
Same. I said.
She said, "I'm a fag enabler." That's what she said. But no, like,
what does that mean in that context?
No, because like when it comes
to,
I used to actually like Tyra Banks' TV show. I thought it was quite interesting because she'd have like these wacky ass topics on her talk show, and then one of them she had like the West Baptist Church people on there, and Becca's here. Okay,
Becca saw the crowd last night. Yeah. She was like, "Nope."
No, I don't believe me. If I was in the show, I'd be like, "Sorry, I'm going to celebrate and light the black flame candle at home and all that stuff."
Okay,
but
virgin.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. What was I saying? Becca just distracted me. I was so enthralled by her.
What were we saying?
Fag enabler.
Oh right.
So they're talking about how
Can
like
that be on my business card?
Yeah.
That's not me saying it.
So she was saying like all of them were like talking about how like people like were gonna go to hell for being gay and stuff, and then because Tyra is an ally there, she was like, what do you guys call me?
Not just an ally.
Yeah, but she was like, what do you guys call me? And then like a fag enabler. She's like, I am a fag enabler. And then they pan to the audience and they're all cheering, and then Kevin Aviance is in the audience and he's doing a standing ovation. So there's that moment. There's an infamous Beyonce interview she did that was like the last interview Beyonce did on a talk show. Where she did like a lightning round of questions, and every question had a theme. So it'd be like, she'd be like, seance. Who would you want to talk to who's dead?
I remember.
And then she's like, Slasha Fierce. When's the last time you got a little tipsy?
Yeah, I remember that.
Beyonce. Do you have a favorite kind of cheese? Yeah.
Like what? Can you just imagine the writer that was writing those questions was like, "This is gonna be so good." Yeah, like they were just coming in their pants. That writer was just like, "I am so fucking smart."
And then Tyra
and it ended Beyonce doing interviews forever.
Yeah, Tyra's like, I had to fucking ask these damn questions.
Did it end the Tyra Banks show?
Yeah, it got canceled after a couple seasons, and there was one.
No, I mean, did that episode end it?
Oh, And her?
Well,
I don't know, to be honest. It was. A
I
good
mean,
one.
look, you can be a F-word enabler, but then you call Beyonce Slosha Fierce. Like, you can only go so far.
Yeah, but there was that one, and then the part obviously when someone called her fat in the tabloids, and then she was like, "Kiss my fat ass." Do you remember that one?
No.
That one was pretty. That was cool. That was
So-
kind of iconic moment.
But wait, when did she talk about being barefoot?
So they did like one episode that was like a throwaway episode where like we did a study to see what substances appear on the bottom, because it was the bottom of bare feet or like on the club floor, and also like when people put so it was to test people who had their feet on there and then people who leave their purse on the floor.
Oh, E. coli on the
There was
bottom of
like there's
purses.
fecal matter, there's this, there's that, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Well, obviously I just want to get I wouldn't want to get my feet stepped on. Like when I was walking down the bar, like right where the door was to the patio, it was very sticky and wet
It's a
for some
concern.
reason, and I was like, I'm stepping in something or someone.
So
Ba-ba.
next time you do it, I bought these things on Amazon. They're like for the beach. They're for like barefoot enthusiasts, like at the beach. It's like a sticky sole, and you wear it on your foot. Like they're really hard to put on. I've learned you have to do heel first, and then peel as you put your you cannot do toes first.
Is it like a strapless bra, but it's like for your foot?
A little bit, yeah. And I'm glad Becca's here. Was that? I know. I was gonna say I'm really glad Becca's here because there was this moment where if you've seen me do Little Mermaid, obviously.
Yes.
Right, and then so it's a whole gag like where Taryn will do Ursula after I do Little Mermaid, and then I come out in a dress, the sail dress, like that my costumer made me. So I have
like the
legs.
actual the
yeah,
literal
and then
sail,
and then like I'm always hosting that show, and so like then I'm like because
Uh-huh.
I have no voice, like I have legs, no voice, and Taryn didn't do Ursula that day. Woo Woo Monroe did.
Oh.
And she knocked her arm or one of her octopi arms knocked over some glasses during the number, and it was like, dramatic and effecty, and so everyone's like, woohoo! And then I walk out afterward completely unafraid because I have things on my feet, and everyone started screaming, there's glass, and I was like, this glass right here, and I'm like stomping on it, and they're like, you're not that fucking dumb, what's wrong with you? Like, it was a whole thing. Yeah. But it was cool.
Did you see Smile 2?
No, I haven't seen Smile 1.
I didn't see Smile 1 either, but I recommend seeing Smile 2 if you get around to seeing it.
Just go into Smile 2.
Yeah, why not?
It's
Go
a
in
movie,
blind.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I was like, have you seen me Smile 2?
God damn it, I keep
You should
dropping
just
that.
drop the... Who would it? Okay, first it was the fan... Oh, you have two fans.
I have two fans. Well, yes.
One more than I do.
I know. There's a rumor that I only have one. There's a lot. I just heard a rumor about me that I'm not going to confirm or deny, but that I suck enough dick to keep that subway across from Badlands open until 4 a.m.
Well, not from what I heard, because I heard Bijou and Liz ordered a 6-inch sub, and they gave them a foot long, and they thought they're like, oh, maybe Suzette's cool, because like they're like, oh, Suzette's always here, let me give her friends a foot long, and they charged them for a foot long anyway.
Oh.
So they basically were like, oh, you want a 6-inch? Oh, you mean you want a foot long?
I wasn't with them.
You like mayonnaise?
So maybe
I like a lot of mayonnaise.
maybe that's why they were like, you need Suzette to get, you need the dick sucker to get the dick sucker perks. It doesn't train. It's like friends and family. Like if you show up at the club with me, you might get to go in for free. But if you show up at the club without me, it's not gonna. It's not the same.
You're a sub enabler.
I'm a sub enabler. I'm a 6-inch enabler. That's my new joke for stand up. I take a 6-inch so we can all get a foot long.
Subzet Vanetti, what's your favorite Subway order?
Well, I like the spicy Italian. I don't know where to go with this, but the truth. But like after a long show, I get the steak. Like I just want to be filled with all that meat because like I want the protein,
I like a meatball sub, but then like I feel obligated to eat the entire meatball in each bite because I feel weird if I only eat half of it because it'll squirt out the other side. Does that mean?
I think you need to hold it in a different place.
No, I'll
Yes.
hold the sandwich.
Uh-huh.
But if I'm eating it like, because you know how like there's the folds. So like,
What are you eating?
Subway.
Uh-huh.
A meatball sub.
Then the folds. You're talking about the folds. Go on.
So like when I bite into it, it's like you have to get like at least one meatball, or else like they're just gonna start falling out.
Okay,
Tell me I'm wrong.
you're wrong. That does not.
Let's
that's
be
not
fucking
how-
for real.
We're going to Subway tonight. We're not getting Thai. We're not getting Vietnamese. We're going to Subway. I will cut your meatballs.
You're gonna
so
watch
they,
me.
so
Put a
they
tooth-
lie
Put
flat.
a toothpick in each one to keep it closed.
Yeah, apparently that's why they do that for people like you. I got the
If
most.
Scooby Doo was
Okay,
here, he would agree
this is
with
the
me.
dumbest Subway sandwich that anyone's ever gotten. I will show you. I took a picture because it made me laugh so hard. I went with Taryn, and Taryn doesn't like the ends of bread. Oh my God, we have so much to catch you up on. It's not even funny. Hi. Well, we need to talk to Danny about that. Are you a thin-wristed girl? Yes or no?
Well, yes.
Yes.
I love
Well,
Thin Mints.
Sort
and-
kind of.
And I'm not saying that you. I don't think you do drugs. But if you wanted to do cocaine, do you think you could get it for free?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no.
Me too. That's
No,
what I.
Yeah. No.
I think this is an entire panel of we get free cocaine if we wanted it. I don't do cocaine either. I'm not that. I wish I was that skinny.
It's like a Diet Coke.
I'm
the
skinny
opera,
by
I was like, can I
metabolism,
get
not by
Diet Coke?
cocaine.
Coke Zero.
Okay. And then have you ever eaten a meatball sub?
Oh my God. Okay, so when Subway used to have Swiss cheese,
Mm-hmm.
still
Which
not
they
over
don't.
it. They don't.
Bring it back, Subway, for my friend Manny Petty.
No, you don't understand. When I went to Subway and ordered my fucking sub, and I said, "Can I get Swiss cheese?" and the lady looked at me and said, "Oh, we don't have Swiss anymore." I walked out. I said, "Oh, I don't need the sandwich. I do not need that sandwich." I love meatball subs though. I used to fuck up a meatball sub with Swiss cheese on it.
Okay. So
Subway, bring back Swiss cheese.
when you eat your meatball sub,
I'm not gonna say anything yet.
no, please don't. When you eat your meatball sub, do you eat the entire meatball at once?
Yeah.
Like when you take a bite, like
Yes.
you-
If
you-
it's there, it's going in.
Okay,
Yeah.
but if you didn't, what would happen to the meatball?
It would be a bitten meatball.
It'd just be left in the sandwich, right?
It'd be a meat half though. It wouldn't
Right,
be a
you
but,
ever-
bitten
but it would still
but-
be in the bread.
Yeah, I guess.
It wouldn't squirt
It'd
out
be-
the sandwich.
hear me out.
Oh no! Hold
Hear
on.
me out.
I have had meatballs fly out of the
But
end.
like,
listen,
because
she's
especially
got
when
an
you get to like the
aggressive bite.
middle, when you get to like the middle / end, when you have like 4 inches of bread with 4 meatballs, it's like one of these has got to go,
Yeah.
and it's got to be the meatball. I'm not gonna have leftover bread and no meatball. That's just a sauce sandwich.
Some
Okay,
people,
but I'm also a girl who loves to. Sorry,
is
I
this-
dropped.
is this a trend?
that was in me.
It's the trend.
Sorry, that was my tuck coming
That
out.
was in me.
The meatballs got her excited.
Jesse's like, could they not drop shit on the floor?
I said, I'm a girl who likes to sop shit up. You know, sopping it up with a biscuit. You like
Jesus is a
saucy
biscuit.
bread. Yeah, Jesus is a biscuit. I just watched that season. I just finished watching that season.
Other things that we've talked about, similar to Jesus is a biscuit, is are you an F word enabler?
Oh, faggot and I are like this. I say it in drag. I say it at my day job. I
No,
don't
I
care.
mean,
just
are
in
you
general.
an enabler of F words?
Do I enable like?
Yes.
Okay. Do I enable other?
Unless she was just like, oh, I say the word all the time.
Yeah. No. It's my word.
a
but-
Ferg.
I spent
enabler.
half of middle school with that as my name.
And would you
That's
ever
my
call
word.
Beyonce Slosha Fierce?
Slosha Fierce? Not Beyonce. She's a part of the Illuminati. They'll take
Did you,
out.
See?
Okay, let's preface this. Did you ever watch the Tyra Banks talk show?
Yes.
Do you remember? Okay, so they had like the West Baptist church people on there, like those 3 evil witch ladies. One of them actually left and became normal, but there's like this
They had the mother, maiden, and crone.
literally, and then like
better walk that
yeah,
fucking
the
road,
youngest
bitch.
one like realized because I saw it was on one of those like those YouTube things where like kids meet some random person.
Yeah.
It was like kids meet a former West Baptist church person, and it was just her talking to them about how she regretted what she did and what they did was wrong, and it was interesting because I saw one that was like kids meet a drag queen, and I was watching that, and I was like kids meet a World War II veteran, and I was like I was in the rabbit hole. Kids eat a meatball sub.
So was the world. So was the World War II veteran.
Yeah.
They literally got him out of a rabbit hole.
Yeah. Well, actually, no.
You're
They were in internment camp.
Oh well, oops. It was a lot worse then, and they didn't get meatball subs.
They didn't.
No, but if they had, they would have ate them all in one bite. I promise.
That's why I do it because that's what my people did.
No.
You don't waste. A
I mean,
meatball.
without like no sexual innuendo intended, I really just like meat. Like I will like if there is meat present, she and I are getting it.
What is your meat? What is your meat?
Well, you heard it fall.
Meaty Petty. What is your Subway order?
My Subway order? Okay, can I get an Italian herbs and cheese footlong, please? And then I would like lettuce, cucumbers, bell peppers. If I'm feeling spicy, onion, but that's only if I'm going home to brush my teeth. I like olives. And then my meat of choice is actually bacon, and I like the bacon just by itself cooked. I don't need the rest of the sandwich cooked. And then I want mayo, salt and pepper, and then spinach.
Okay.
It was a Swiss cheese.
I get
but
too much
now I gotta
anxiety ordering a sandwich. I'll just order like whatever the menu says it is, just order it as is, and I'll just be like, that's fine.
I do that when I go to new places, or like if there's too many. Well, I mean, 9 out of 10 times there's too many straight people in the room for me to be comfortable. So I'm like in Davis, where I work, there's Mr. Pickle, and I'm always like, can I get a Tom Turkey, please?
A Tom Turkey?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know what that is, but we used to have one in Stockton, but it closed. But does yours have like the dancing pickle guy outside still?
No, not in Davis.
Was that a thing? Or did I make that up? Was that a Mandela effect? Was there ever a dancing pickle guy outside?
There was.
Okay, I was like, am I crazy?
No, I'll tell you when we eat, because I wrote a whole script about it. I wrote that's an opening to a movie I wrote, which I still need to make. We should make a movie. Oh, you guys missed it. You would have been the only people in the room to appreciate the way I opened the show. I said, I'm Suzette Vanetti, and I have small wrists and get free cocaine. Yeah. Yeah. Callbacks. And then, yeah, okay, so.
I like meatball subs.
Yeah, Manny likes meatball subs.
That rounds up
Katana eats them all in one bite, though, because they terrify her.
I just feel like it's weird to have because it's like if you bite it, I'm not going to go into it. My stance on meatball subs are firm.
You know what I did the other day about...
Did you eat a meatball sub?
No, but I was looking up the size of testicles because I was at a show.
I guess that's a good segue.
It is. It's very similar, because how big is a meatball and can you consume it? And wait, what were we gonna remind?
Rocky Mountain oysters. Have you had a Rocky Mountain oyster?
No, that's terrible. No, that's something else's testicle.
I also have a really big mouth, so I can take large bites. So taking down a whole meatball, not a problem for me.
No, it's not. I'm not saying you shouldn't or you can't, but if you decided not to, do you fear the meatball would escape?
The way I fuck up food, the food is always trying to escape.
That's me too. Because I'll eat something that's totally wrapped in something, and I'll end up just dropping something right in front of me. I'll dip the smallest bit of a French fry in ranch, and I'll have my hand cover it. The second I remove my hand from it, it'll just fall on my lap. He's seen it. Everything I eat, I drop on the floor.
You've been cursed.
Oh no, absolutely. I'm a horridly messy eater. How many times have you seen me eat and drag? Once? Twice? Maybe? It's because it gets gross. It turns Animal Planet real fast. And I don't need to do that while I look like this.
That's your next number. Just do, what is it, Pet Shop Boys to Animal Planet?
I had a number
baby.
that I did back home, and it was Takali Uchi's Melting, and I would make an ice cream sundae for everybody and to look at and think it's pretty, and then I would throw it on my body. And
Someone in Chicago did a number where they just ate a seafood boil while Under the Sea played. They didn't lip sync or anything. They were just eating a seafood boil the whole time.
Chicago drag is wild.
I feel like I was supposed to be in Chicago. I feel like I'm not in the right.
Thrive in Chicago.
Oh no, I think you would really thrive in Chicago drag. I love Chicago drag.
It's all stuff I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Stephanie, there's a girl named Stephanie there that does all these stupid very me she did a whole, it's legendary to me. She did it when The Greatest Showman, This Is Me, and it was a slideshow, but she'd edited the sound so it was is this me? And it was a close up and it would zoom out and she's like, this is not me, and then it would zoom in and then it was just this white thing on some a white liquid on some wood. It's is this me? And it zoomed out. She's this is cum. I thought I was if I was there, I would have been screaming, laughing,
crying.
Okay, I think you should try more of that though in Sacramento. I know it's a risk, when you did Imogen Heap, right?
Well, that was very low brow. I mean, that was when I do the most commonly I'll do something a little bit different. People are wow.
Right.
We need this in Sacramento, and I'm we do have it. You just don't pay attention.
In Sacramento.
Do it again.
No, but now, I'll do Little Mermaid and have feet.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm aware.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's a gamble to be how much concept can these kids handle when they're coked out and drunk? There was a certain someone that I was talking to last night, and it's someone that we all know, and I can't describe it. Like, do you ever see like those like movies where there's a monster and like they like you have to like be like right in front of their face for them to can't see you? They were this close. Like,
I know who you're talking about.
Wait, hold on. I want to know. You have to whisper to me when when there's a distraction. I did want to talk just to put a bow on this sandwich thing because I showed you.
Mhm.
This is the dumbest Subway sandwich I've ever eaten.
that's like a ratatouille
Wait,
size.
no, this was produced at Subway?
Yes.
So can I get the ass of the baguette? One slice of what salami?
Taryn doesn't like the ends of the sandwich, so she asked them to cut it off because like she lives above the Subway, so they know us, right? And like I'm out there sucking dick, so we can all get Subway
Wasn't
till
she
4
there
a.m.
during the Depression? She should appreciate food.
And so what? I'm gonna show you. So they cut the ends of the sandwich off, and I was like, you know what? Let me get the ends of a sandwich. Let me eat that sandwich. And so they made me a ratatouille size sandwich, but it was delicious. It was just this little like 1-inch round.
It's caged.
Is this a safe space? Can I be vulnerable for a moment?
Please.
I thought it was until I was talking about meatballs and they're all judging me. So.
Me personally, speaking for myself, I've never had a problem with the end of bread. It is bread. It is the end of bread. I don't know how else to describe it. I will eat it, yes.
It's the ass of the bread. Why not eat it?
Thank you. Thank
You are an ass person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't want to misgender my friend. Yeah.
You're an ass person.
I'm trying to make a pun with katana.
She,
right
her
and bi.
ass.
Katana rye. What's the last kind of bread you'd like to eat?
Okay, that's not.
Will you eat the
butts.
ass of the bread?
That's funny.
Actually, no. A baguette is a little too hard. I have like fucked up teeth, so like I can't eat like baguettes. Is too hard for me.
Oh, subset spaghetti.
Subset spaghetti. What is your go-to Old Spaghetti Factory order?
Stay the fuck away and out of there. Never ever go in there.
You don't like the old spag fact?
No, I am not a spag.
That's what my sister used to
enabler.
call it. My sister lived in she's the second. She's like the old spag fact.
Here's
I was
why.
like, what'd you
Here's why,
call me?
and maybe you'll understand. And maybe
Yes.
you'll understand. I am Italian, and I can make really, really good spaghetti sauce, like divine, like spaghetti sauce that is beyond what you ever expect when you eat spaghetti sauce. And say that again.
She puts her foot in it.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
crushes
yeah, yeah.
the tomatoes in the pot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Yes. Right, like Lucy. But like, I don't want to pay however much to eat like a spaghetti factory and get something below, like
Yeah.
It depends. I mean, it depends. Everyone's different, but like for me, like
because it's not the way my grandma made it. It's not the way I make it, and I'm not gonna pay for it.
Like,
Like,
I
I
feel
like-
like that's so Italian. Like Italians
Is that
are
an Italian
locked
thing?
into their recipes. Mexicans, like I love it, but I don't mind if somebody else.
If
makes
you
it.
see me at Olive Garden, though, just know I'm just getting minestrone and salad and breadsticks. There's no red sauce.
well, when you're there, you're family. But
Yes.
like
When we're at Olive Garden, we all fam.
in the Olive Garden,
all fam.
in the Olive Garden,
In the Olive
we all
Garden.
fam.
We
We
need
all
to go
fam.
there right now and film that reel.
Just break in.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so for me, like I don't have, I guess, because I didn't grow up eating like authentically homemade Japanese food, but I do know like I prefer to get Japanese food from like a Japanese restaurant. If like the hole in the wall, the better is like the older
Yeah.
and meaner, the
Yeah.
better it is, But then there are times where I'm like, I'll get like a Hawaiian barbecue because sometimes it's like at Ono's, it's like watered down. Like, who makes the best Japanese food? Mexicans. Because if you go to Ono's or whatever, like they make the best Asian food because they're the ones always in the kitchen.
Thank
Well-
you. Have you been to Panda Express?
I was gonna see like that, and that's
Are
the
they
thing.
there too?
I can do
A staff of Mexican. I've never not seen a Latino.
They
cooking
never
that
they
food.
never fuck up that stuff.
verify. So I like Panda Express. I like Chinese food a lot. It's probably my favorite food cuisine. That's a fun topic. We could do a food draft.
Just do
Well, we did
stand-up
we used
premise.
to always be like, would you rather eat was it noodles or potatoes or
noodles or potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think about that often, and every time I meet a new person, I ask them that question.
But like people always, if you do a food draft, people always take Mexican or Italian first, and that's a mistake. In
like
my
to,
in
what
my
do you mean,
opinion.
like they want to get
Like
that.
if you're like you get like, so we're gonna do a snake draft, right? So you name your top cuisine. We can't take it. I have to pick the next one, and then you get the next two picks, or we can just do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And so like we're just building a roster of food
Mhm.
to like be like, I have the best cafeteria or whatever, right? I don't know.
Is this like fantasy football but for food? Like,
Yes, this is a really bad stand-up
drafting
draft that I have
food.
never
Like-
done on stage.
I'm drafting Pasola.
But I think it's a mistake to do Mexican or Italian. I think like Chinese is clearly the winner, like when it comes to food.
You know what's even funnier than that? It's like I love like Americanized Chinese food, like Panda Express, but also like Food for Less, like China Express. Like that one, even though it's all run by like Asian people, but for some reason, like when it's like a lower quality. Well, there's a
When
whole
you're making it
there's a
commercially
whole
versus like for a business.
there's
I
a
feel
whole
there's
like
a
history about
difference.
like Chinese food and like why it's known as like the takeout cheap food because of it. There's a whole historical like a racial history thing.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
But like I don't mind like a cheap like takeout like greasy noodle opposed to like a dim sum proper like family style. Like sometimes I just want like the greasy bad stuff. Like I'll like want the worst version of something. Like if I go to like KFC, sometimes I want that mushy, soggy coleslaw, and I don't know why.
Okay, listen. If there's one bitch that's gonna advocate for that fucking coleslaw, it's me. I have never had a problem with that coleslaw. I will eat it all day and every day.
Or like mashed potatoes, you can tell it's just dehydrated, just poured water into. Like I don't mind that at all.
My ex used to get migraines and send me to KFC for mashed potatoes because it's the only thing I could eat. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? You like that's what you need right now?"
Yeah. Sometimes you just wake up and you need
Do
a
they
mashed
still-
potato.
Do they still have Boston
Definitely
Market?
over noodles. I don't think so.
Am I
I think all
aging
the Boston
myself?
Market's shut down. What a drag name though.
Boston Market.
A drag name with a drag show with just food name like Panda Express, Boston Market,
Food for less.
Food for Less. Oh, no,
Wendy.
I don't know if I want to see Safeway perform.
Wendy.
Be really weird. Wendy's McDonald's.
Ronaldo from McDonald's.
Huckleberry.
Is that a food?
Is it Huckleberry? Yeah, it's like a breakfast place.
You know what's funny is I was leaving the bar and I was talking to Liz and I was like, I don't know what we're gonna talk about. She's like, oh, you guys can talk about anything.
We
So-
do.
That's what I told her.
Last month was
downstairs.
chaotic too.
It was. It's not that we want drama, but it gives us the topic. But before you got here, we actually, Sometimes you yap. You know, that's what I'm apparently
Say
blessed
yap.
with. Say yap. We did briefly talk about what do we expect etiquette wise out of the audience, which I think is an interesting topic because there are expectations on us to be pretty, or manly if it's a drag king, or interesting, good makeup, polished, good hair, heels, good clothes put together. These are expectations people expect when they come to a show and pay money and going to tip you. What do we expect from the audience? Definitely not your back. Not
Depends
your
on
back.
whose back it is. No, I'm like
Yeah.
no, like the bare
ass person.
the bare minimum is like just look in my direction.
Stand there and stare.
I don't even care if you're on your phone and looking in my direction. Like, you could be just fully texting. I'll just assume you're just taking a picture of
That's
me.
just like theater etiquette. Like, can you imagine someone at the theater
Sometimes I'm
with their back
texting-
turned to the stage? They kick them out.
Well, sometimes I'll even if I am texting someone, I'll like have my phone up to make it look like I'm recording them, but I'm really just texting them.
No, I do
Oh, yeah,
that.
yeah,
too.
But then because usually I'll be like, I'll Instagram filter someone on my story, and
Yes, you do.
I'll go to post it immediately. So I'll be texting, but I feel bad, so I'm like texting like at Manny Petty as I post like this horrible selfie of her or whatever. Like
with some strange, crazy filter.
yeah, everyone gets one crazy one and then one like flattering one. That's what I decided.
It's
I
very
guess I'm not
judicious.
everyone.
Like I'll tip them with like the ugly filter, and then I'll just record them with the pretty one. That's like my tip.
Yeah.
I
I don't know. For me, it's just like pretend like you fucking like me. I'm up here for fucking 3 minutes and 50 seconds. You can survive. You can survive. You see all this? This did not take 3
You don't-
minutes and 50 seconds.
You don't want haters in the crowd?
4
I want haters in the
No,
crowd?
no, you don't. You
I
don't.
don't.
I mean, I don't. Right?
I like when a hater's in the crowd and I smile and I look just oh, thank you.
That's why I'm like, you don't have to pretend to like me. Like,
Me at the Omegas yesterday.
just they don't like me.
No, just it's just an inside joke.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought they liked me.
You had to be there.
But like, you know what happens frequently? It's not really. Actually, I take that back. A lot of the time, there are regulars. Some not many. There are some regulars that do not like me. And then there are other drag performers, of course, that do not like me. And they like to come and stand there in the audience. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Yeah, but like,
giving me a body to look at.
I don't need you to pretend to like me. It's courtesy and respect of a show, right?
Be a
Which
decent
includes,
fucking human
like, don't
being.
turn-
You can have beef
Yes.
with me, but still be a decent fucking human being. Because I'm not out here. I could be a lot worse when I don't fuck with you. Okay? If I don't like you, it's known. I'll let you know I don't fuck with you on any level. But I'm not going to come out to your show and be a fucking asshole. If you're up there, 9 out of 10 times, I'll hand you a 10.
Yeah, it's kind of like a
Show you I got money.
For me, it's kind of like a.
I really hate you get a 20.
What's the word for it? Like it's just like the common unspoken thing that even if I don't like, say, like a drag performer, I'm still gonna sit and watch them and pay attention and not talk during their number or like take a selfie if I can possibly help it, just out of the respect for the craft.
The respect for the show.
Yeah.
The respect for the show.
The show.
Because a lot of people out here do not respect the show. And it's very, very noticeable. You need to have respect and integrity for the show. You don't have to like me. You don't have to like what I deliver. I could be more pussy than you can handle, and that's okay. But show some respect for the show. Show some respect for the venue. Because those same people are also the same people who get online and say, haven't been booked this month. Wonder why.
Or when we've talked about this too, is like the people that have never done drag or done drag once and love to say like, oh, I would run the scene. Somebody told me, I've been talking to Abel about this and he can't get over it. Somebody told me the other day they want to start drag, but they're scared they'll fall into it professionally. And I was like, oh, baby, I think you're okay.
Now who the fuck was that?
I'm not going to name names, but I was like, it's so hard.
Do we know this person?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It's a bar regular. And
I would go see you.
And I mean, there's a lot of this overlap with comedy too. Like, I want people to sing along with my songs, almost every song. You don't want people talking at a comedy show, but you still want them sitting and watching respectfully, and courteously. And like, I think dancing. Okay, so someone was dancing during your number, right?
Multiple, yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel about it? Like, if they're kind of in the background, if they're on the edge of the stage. And is it about them being visible?
Well, for me, it comes down to like depending on what my number is. Like, luckily in that instance, my number was very like extra, so I wasn't really threatened by like being like upstaged by this person. It was just kind of annoying to me, like, because I hate when people do that when I watch other people. So for me, I'm like, if I can see, I'm blind as fuck. If I can see you like in my peripheral vision, like on my stage, like. It's not that crowded over there. Like, you can back up a little bit, but at least with like the others, they were like recording and stuff. But he was just like dancing on stage. And then when like I want to be the opposite of a fag enabler, but like when they tip you and they start to like perform as they tip you. Like, this guy was like,
yes.
I'm like, just give me the $1 and move on.
Hand me the fucking $1. It's $1,
Yeah.
okay? You have a 10, I'll do a little jig with you. $1, you're...
Yeah,
I don't need it.
like,
Okay, there's a difference between that thing, because that thing, like, I think I have $1 in my purse. That thing, just so everyone watching and everyone in the audience can see, like this, like...
I don't want it. I'm uninterested. Then.
Yeah, after 2 tries, I'm like,
I'm good. I don't need.
I can find
I don't
100
need it.
pennies
but,
anywhere
but, like,
else.
I will say, if somebody's dancing and like, this is just my opinion. It's just different, and I think maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm used to this city more. I don't know, but like, I'm fine with people kind of like getting into it. Even if it's $1, because it's still their money, right? But like, if you're doing that thing, fuck you. I hope you get attacked on the way home by an angry sandwich.
By me.
Yeah.
When I catch you in the Badlands
An angry
parking
meatball.
lot-
I hope one of Katana's meatballs that escaped gets you
May
for
all-
dancing with you.
May every meatball in your sub fall
No,
out.
see, it's like I grew up doing like black box theater, so I'm really used to having an audience like right in my space and being engaged with them. I love that. Like, if you know the song, fuck yeah, sing along. I'm on the stage.
Yes.
We don't have backup dancers. We don't have the budget for it. You can't dance anyway. Stay on the other side of the rail. Live your life. Have your moment. Enjoy the song, because I want to see the audience enjoying it. Because at the end of the day, without an audience, we're just a bunch of men in wigs on an empty floor. So it's not you. But it's like I want the audience to feel like they can engage with me, to feel like they can have like an authentic shared moment with me. When you're being respectful about it, I don't care. There have been some divas at brunch who are turned the fuck Tina, and they're still having a good time, but they're still respectful about it. And I'm there jigging with them. When you get up and you get on my dance floor and you pretend like I am not on here, it's you, me, and the curb.
In the curb, we are not fam.
Okay. Win. Do you think it's more similar? So it's not. I mean, there are overlap between like comedy and drag, but maybe it's more similar to like a concert. Like if you're watching a concert, like you go to like the Sweat tour, right? And you to see Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan, you're not gonna get up on stage,
No.
right? Like you're
No.
dancing in your seat.
But they
and
don't
clap.
they don't view us as it's a layered thing because like people don't view us as entertainers that are human beings. They just see us
We're
as
entertainment,
They see us as clowns.
Yeah.
Or they see us as like just objects that they
Got to
can
Helen's
just
number last night.
Yeah, and they can just do shit too, you know.
She was a clown. She's not a clown.
That
She was a
5
clown
second
for the
delay of me getting your joke, I'm like, what happened to her? I was like, oh, she was a clown. That's why.
That's a lot of my
No,
jokes.
You
but
can't see
like,
from the photo they posted on Instagram, but we were all dressed up.
it's like that's the thing. Well, I had to learn like a long time ago. I used to get so irked by every single little thing. Like if someone's doing a song and like it's a popular song and people in the crowd are like not about the number but they're about the song, so they'd be like in the front row and like they're just like dancing like back to the stage, just dancing because it's a popular song. Like that used to irk me the fuck out. And like, but then I had to just learn like it's a club and they're gonna dance and that's what they're there for.
Yeah.
I think because before back in the day we used to have to fight for attention because like we would be outnumbered by people who were like, we want to dance, dance. And I'm like, let's have our one thing. It's Thursday. It's 11 o'clock at night. Let's just it's 45. There's only 3 of us. Like let us have a show.
Yeah.
So it was always just like on the defense. Like it was like we needed to literally had to fight off people to get off the stage. But now I'm like, now it's like at Eve's, it's like a lot more calm. Mostly it's calmer. And then I had to kind of be like, people are here for fun. They're going to get drunk. They're not going to know what they're doing. They're not doing it out of malicious intent. Some people do, but it's like, you have to kind of be like, okay, that's not what they're trying to. But as an artist, I'm like, this is my art.
Yeah.
I think maybe.
So I had to calm down a little bit. I had to like, okay, sit down. Like
Maybe
calm down.
that's the difference.
So the way you react now is you calm.
Yeah. Well, because like
in the club, we all calm.
Well, if you saw me back in the day, like if someone walked on stage, I would like cuss them. Like I would get so mad. But now I'm just like, it's okay. It's like, let's just explain it to them because I don't want them to go home and be like, that drag queen was mean to me. Like, you know, and
yeah.
Because I saw people that follow us that like acted out for us and they're like very aggressive, and I was like, oh, like what did I do?
What did I start?
I issue a warning. So like when
like there was one I was like they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight.
As a host, I always issue a warning. So like it happens a lot. There's a lot of Thursdays where somebody will come onto the stage. Like usually it's a girl, right? And she's like, I'm cute. I'm gonna go on stage too. And she'll like wander onto a little bit too far onto because like I'm fine with the corners. Like if someone's watching me from the corners, you can stand there. Especially on a full night, like I'll even let people sit on the boxes during my number. Like if it's full,
if they're sitting and watching,
and watching respectfully, you just have the best seat in the house now. But like when they come out on the floor, or like sometimes someone will just see their friend and just cross the floor, and I'll be like, what in the fuck? And I'm like, okay, you get a warning. You didn't know. I'm just gonna tell myself that because I'd rather not overreact. Because if you knew, then we got problems. So you didn't know, you can't do that. But the next person that does that, I'm kicking you out.
Well, that's why we have our rules at Ease. We say first, so we can be like, we had a disclaimer if you didn't watch.
But I also feel like the drink rail is a fierce
barrier.
Yeah. Like that should tell you where you need to be.
Yeah.
If we're at Bear Dive, fair, fine. It's a room. We're all over it. Okay. But like I feel like Badlands and Eves, like that drink rail is very distinct. You cannot miss it. You physically will
Faces
hit it.
is like that too. There's like a whole like circle. There's a dance floor.
Yeah,
circle.
where it drops, don't crawl over.
Don't drop with me.
Don't drop with me. Yeah, thank you.
So I think what was I gonna say? I don't mind if somebody's like performing on the side, as long as they're not trying to take attention. But if you're visually trying to take attention, I think that's where I draw the line.
Sometimes I wonder if they're just in their own little world, because the people, like the lack of spatial awareness and like just lack of self-awareness for some people, like Because I used to, early on, like back when we would perform or whatever, there would be like people who would just kind of wander into the club and just be there in drag, but not to necessarily watch the show.
Yeah.
And then they would just like perform whatever song was playing in the back of the club. I'm like, no one's watching you, but okay, go off. But it was,
I'll do
it
that.
was like it was like a power play thing. I'm like, oh, I'm performing, but I don't have the balls to get booked or asked for a booking, so I'm going to perform until people see me, and then you know. And it's like, and they don't do it anymore as much. But I used to watch people like out of drag, like at Faces, like fully perform. Like, do you know? I don't think this is not shady or anything, because it's just it happened and it wasn't like a bad thing. It was just funny to me. Do you remember Ophelia Loins?
Yes.
So one time someone was performing "Listen" by Beyonce at Faces, and then they were in the crowd out of drag. And I didn't know who they were for a second, but I was watching them, like my eyes kept like pinning like back and forth, because they were like in the back of the audience. They weren't like in the front.
Ophelia Loins was?
Yeah, but she was fully like lip syncing, like with emotion and everything in the crowd. And I was like, why are you doing that?
See, and that's funny because like the thing that I feel about, and she lives by me.
She's still around.
Yeah, she lives like a block away from me.
Cool,
and
bless her.
I haven't seen her in a long time, but like, and I never really, because I hadn't started drag when she was still hosting. But the thing that killed me about her hosting was she'd always say to the audience, like, I don't want to see you like come on stage. Fair, valid. Now that I'm a host, as much as I am, I get it. She was like, unless you think you can do better than me. And I'm like, you're in a muumuu and some flip flops. I think
the bar
I
is
can.
low, and you still can't do better than me.
I think I can do better than that, And so like that just killed me. I was like, if you're gonna be that bold, those better be some fierce fucking flip flops, or not a muumuu. It was because it wasn't a fashion. It wasn't like a fashion muumuu. It was. I don't know what that. I'll ask David
It was
what
the
that
Honey
is.
Mahogany Caftan collection.
Yeah, well, yes. No, it wasn't that. It was Honey Boo Boo.
The Honey Boo Boo Caftan
It was
collection.
Honey Boo Boo collection.
I bought a couple of pieces from her on Etsy.
I don't know. I think for me, there's a distinct difference between someone like dancing and enjoying it. So like Chapel Row Night was a good example because I'm pretty sure this happened. But if you like this girl in the corner, I think it was that night, took 3 steps onto the floor, turned her back to me, and was performing for her friends. And I'm like, no, you crossed the line. Literally, you crossed the boundary. Like, turn in your spot and perform. I'm not going to stop you, because that's what I was going to say is, like, even though people perform, like, Ophelia Loins in the back of the club, if Ari comes on and you're doing it, I'm performing it, I don't care, but I'm going to try not to be seen by the crowd. I'm going to do it in the DJ
I've never
booth.
seen you perform Ari when I've done Ari.
Right, because I hide. Because, no, I'm not saying, like, everyone's going to look at me and not you. But, like, I don't even want to create a distraction. Like, I will go onto the patio.
Yeah.
I will go, like into the DJ booth. Like, I enjoy, like, and it's usually a song that I really love, too. Like,
Yeah.
Break Free or Greedy.
Yeah.
No one does the weird shit.
No.
But
no, that's how I feel about Kali Uchis. It's like everybody does like all of her bops, which I love her bops. I'm like, yes, if you are performing a Kali Uchi song and I'm in that crowd, girl, yes, I am singing.
Yeah.
But you won't see me because it's your moment. I'm here enjoying it. I'm having my moment in enjoyment, but I'm not the performer. I don't know. For me, I just think of it in terms of just like, it's just a respect thing. Like, give whoever's moment it is that moment. Like, it's, I don't know. For me, it's like, it doesn't have to be that deep if you don't make it. We can both have a good time.
Yeah, like if someone's doing Gaga, like I'm more likely to sit and watch and just enjoy it. Like I like watching people do Gaga, even though like I like Gaga being like I like being affiliated with the idea of Gaga in any form. Like that's really flattering for me. But I do like watching other people do it too.
Yeah.
Like when people are like, I can't wait to see you do Disease. I'm like, I can't wait to see everyone do Disease. Like
Oh,
I want everyone to do it. This is for all of us.
To be diseased.
I'm the opposite.
I'm a super spreader. I want this to go everywhere. No, like
get them.
No, like I was because I would younger me would be like, I want this for myself. I'm the only one who can do it. But now I'm like, no, I want everyone to do it because we all do it different ways.
Okay, there's a different vibe on that.
There are 1 or 2 Kali songs that should be off the roster for everybody.
Llama Llama Red Pajama.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just you?
I'll never do it again.
Huh?
Just you?
Just me? Yeah. There's a few Kali songs where I'm like, no, those.
Well, and like somebody
that's not
asked
for
me
you.
that the other day. They were like, is like, do performers own songs? And I was like, some performers own some songs, some performers own some artists, and sometimes you just have to accept everyone's going to end up doing Break Free, right? Like, but if somebody did Daydreaming or like
Honeymoon Avenue,
right?
know,
Oh, I would
like,
feel come for. Like, also, I'm going to perform it on the side.
That's why you gotta do something weird
Like a
with
bitch.
it. You gotta do something unique with the concept of the thing. Like Yeah, are people going to play disease? Yeah. Are they going to come out with a brain implant and like what I did yesterday? Like probably not.
I didn't tag you because I didn't want to like start something, but one of the
She
Go-Go's
actually had her brain exposed last
Yeah,
night.
it was amazing.
Yeah, she was there. Do you not remember?
I was there, girl. Yeah,
I know, but
Maybe she's telling
it was
me.
like, oh, okay. I was like, are you telling Suzette because she was there?
I was there.
She was the one in the striped sweater.
You know what? That's how good my
Best
costume
time to
was.
wear a striped
Because I didn't
sweater.
look like myself at all.
It was the bob.
Oh, I
the
love
The bob
the
threw
cunty
me
little
off.
bob on you.
I did not want to have a bob.
I
but
don't know. I like.
I knew.
Suzette
I
in a
knew.
bob.
No, and what's funny is I knew it was right, so I brought it, and like Aurora and Liz were both like, "No, blonde hair."
What kind of faggot wears a Christmas sweater? So I couldn't. Whenever someone would buy a
Subset spaghetti.
Whenever someone would buy a Freddy Krueger sweater from work, I'd always in my mind just be like, what kind of faggot wears a Christmas sweater? And I just would just sit there and just like smile at them. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, so have you ever seen Freddy vs. Jason?
Oh no.
Okay, so Kelly Rowland is in that movie. And it's like the only like Freddy Krueger movie I've seen fully, and it's a pretty good movie for when it came out. But there's a scene where she's like trying to I'm assuming, I don't remember the context, but she's like trying to distract Freddy Krueger from like her friends for them to escape. So she's like, so she's trying to like shit talk him. She's like, Jason's got this whole big like machete and stuff, and she's like, and you, what kind of faggot wears a Christmas sweater? And then it was like, feel like she improv that line or something like that. I don't know if that's true or not. Did
The
she
slur.
Yeah,
Unless is it okay if Freddy Krueger is gay? Is he canonically gay or straight?
I don't know. He's a pedophile, and
well, that's here nor there with the question.
yeah, but I don't know.
So he's a priest.
I don't care to know his sexuality because
Priest,
he's a
yes.
pedophile.
Didn't they do like a whole backstory where he wasn't, or
I don't
didn't they like
know.
humanize him?
I've
Somehow?
actually not seen.
They attempted to humanize him, but first of all, you did it way too fucking late in the franchise.
Was it the reboot or?
I honestly have no idea. I don't.
Because I
yeah.
thought about that, like when because like I don't really do villains, you know, like in my performances, just in regular life.
Just in real drag.
Yeah. But I was like, oh, he was a pedophile. I don't know if I want to do a pedophile, but I mean, he's Freddy Krueger, and I was like, it's monsters. That's literally the worst kind of monster.
Isn't it interesting though that people are so like, oh, I love Freddy Krueger. I love me a child killer. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
like it's because I see people like, as I sell like merchandise that has like slasher people on it, and it's interesting how people really get into like horror icons for like Art the Clown. Like when you like spend money on Terrifier merch and you want to like wear like Art the Clown on your shirt and like your sweatshirt, and I'm like, what about it speaks to you?
Well, let me tell you, cause I'm an Art the Clown stan.
Okay.
He's an equal opportunity killer. He does not discriminate. Women, men, children, everyone's dead. Okay? You do it creatively. It's just like I think like when we think of horror and when we think of like the real raunchiness of like what like murder actually is, for me personally, I think that the Terrifier really kind of like exudes kind of the gore of it all, because I feel like we get
You
caught
don't
up in
say.
like the psychological aspect of like, yes, I'm a murderer. Ooh, I'm getting off on this, but like she's having a good time, and there's nothing else other than I just want to kill people. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like
There's
it's
no
just-
motive.
There's the motive is enjoyment, and I just really find that cunty. I love a diva who's got her costume. She gets together and she's always painted.
That's
You've
true.
never seen her out of mug.
Even when she's doing her laundry.
Even when she's doing her laundry, she's in mug. I love a diva that commits, because I'm not a girl who gets out of drag at the club, and neither is Art. She goes down to
Okay.
her basement and she takes her jumps. I don't know. There's just something about
You convinced me. You changed me.
Yeah. There's just something about Art that is just, I don't know. I'm into it. I'm into like, I just love watching. I think as people, we resist our desires. And not talking about
Continue,
like
yes.
not talking about like murder, but like, you know, sometimes our own insecurities get in the way and we're like, I'm not gonna do that because like everyone's gonna judge me.
That's called your inside voice. Yes.
I just can't
But
help but
art
think
is like a walking intrusive thought.
I don't know. I've never thought about walking into someone's house, cutting their back skin open, pouring salt and bleach, and using.
But like, see, that's
using
her
their-
having fun. That's improv.
That's just it is. Yeah, I guess
She's a theater girl.
the little cinephile in me is like, well, actually, I think it's this, but no, I think it's not. Yeah, I get your perspective.
But also, you probably don't start with that, right? Like, you probably have like a smaller thought before you. You don't break into someone's house and pour bleach down their back like day one.
That's what they did.
Wow.
No, I'm sure there was something before that.
No, literally, there's no
That's
like
the origin
there's,
story.
There's there's just no rhyme or reason. He'll just kill whoever he feels like killing, and like this poor girl was like just at home, and then he just like, I guess I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna like rip off your back. I'm gonna put salt on it. I'm gonna put bleach on it, and I want to do all this stuff. And I'm like, it's just for me, like at first glance on first watch, I was like, this is like watching a man just like murder a woman very violently for like no reason. It's like, where's like, yes, queen. Like I don't know, like it wasn't very feminist to me. Like that was not eusexual to me. Like it was very like, okay, and watch this poor girl get murdered for like 5 minutes straight, and it's like she did nothing to deserve it.
How do you know that though?
I don't.
What if art is like some Punisher from the great beyond? We don't know that, but I will say I do like. I did enjoy. Well, have we all seen the third movie?
No.
Okay, so I'll only reference the first and the second. And I've watched All Hallows Eve. I'm a stan.
Oh, the original.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that.
There's 2 of them, by the way.
Ooh.
Yes. You can come over. We'll watch them on Amazon. I have them. I don't know. I just feel like I appreciate someone who doesn't necessarily have the motive, because, like, there's no crazy backstory. Like, we don't get to know how traumatized art is. We don't get to know where art comes from. And there's things in the third movie that are like interpreted through like where they're starting to develop the plot. Because let me tell you something. The first couple of movies had no plot. There was no plot there. Movie 2 was when we got plot. Okay.
Yeah, supernatural shit.
Yeah, that the supernatural stuff. I was like, but still kind of into it. The way they tied it in with his obscurity. But I don't know. I just like. I love having a reason and understanding, and like at some weird strange point like empathy. I'm a really empathetic person. I can understand how you came this way. I don't necessarily agree with everything that you've done, but sometimes it's, I don't know, for me I just like watching someone just be free. Like
okay.
Like we I feel like we as people are so suppressed in terms of needing to look good, needing to be this, needing to be that, following what society says. Sometimes it's just fucking punk to watch someone say, fuck society, fuck a storyline, I'm going to do this because I want to. It brings me joy. It might be sick, it might be wrong, but girl, I'm doing it and you can't stop me.
That's why you like my drag.
That's also what adds to the horror of it. If you're like if you are scared of him because there is no motive, it's
There's
just like,
no reason.
You're just there.
It's
you're just there.
everyone.
That's why, like, what was it? What's the one with the people who the home invasion with the masks that they're doing, like
Purge
strangers. When they're
Yeah,
like
mine's not
the only reason why they were
invasion.
there is because they were home. There was no other motivation for them
Yeah.
to break in.
Well,
and
it was
kill
the
them.
wrong. It was the
I
right
think-
house.
yeah, and
not-
I think
'cause
there's
break
something-
break into the McAllister house, circa
Well,
92.
and I think there's something scary about, like, you will meet a character, you have no idea if art is going to kill that person or not.
Mhm.
You just don't. They could have a minute 30-second interaction, and that person needs to be praying that art didn't take them out, you know? I don't know. I enjoy the psychological horror aspect of it. I'm a
this
psychological
is
girl.
Terrifier.
Yeah.
Okay,
But it's almost like the lack of psychological stuff that makes it. you
Really?
can- well,
I
it's
find
like
That's what you're saying,
His
though.
lack of engagement psychological, because everything that happens in that movie is going on up here. He does not say a word throughout the entire movie.
Mm-mm.
He's speaking with his body and with his face, and I think from like an actor point of view, like that's like a really
Have you
fierce
seen
performance.
Don't Move?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think from like an actor POV, that's like a really. I think that's also why I like it, because I'm like, oh, you're telling me a story without saying a damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know exactly what's about to happen just by the way you look at, you know? And I don't know. I find that refreshing. Maybe I enjoy it because it's refreshing, because I feel like movies these days are all about pa, pa, ooh, and like you almost feel it coming. Like, if I have to sit through like one more fucking demon movie where somebody gets thrown across the room, I'm like, yawn, I don't care. Like, do you know how many bitches get thrown across rooms in demon movies? You know? How many bitches get murked in a fucking laundromat? Brutally, like that, with some strange little girl there who they just decided to throw in for
Oh,
plot.
that's right. No, she was just there, and like
She was there.
That's right. I forgot about her.
You know, there was no rhyme, no reason, and then she was gone.
I don't watch horror movies. I'm so fascinated by this.
I find most modern day horror movies pretty boring. I'll be honest.
I
Like,
don't-
I will
right.
fall asleep through most
I
of
don't
them.
like jump scares. Like it's not that like they scare me. I'm like
It's cheap.
It's boring.
yeah. I'm
It's
like
cheap.
tell
I
me a
can see it
fucking
coming.
story.
I
Like
can hear the suspense.
Same thing with
that's why I
video
like
games.
thrillers. Like
Same thing
don't
with video
move.
games, too. I
And
don't
I'm
like
like
jump
don't
scare.
move. They're like
Yeah.
don't move's not that interesting. I'm like
Like
it's pretty
well, and
interesting.
I also like I cannot, and I can barely do it. I cannot sit through a fucking Saw movie.
It's torture porn.
Because that's a villain that I don't give a fuck about. You're an angry little man who's just torturing people because you're angry. Give me something real.
Well, he was teaching them lessons because he was teaching them that they weren't taking their lives they were taking lives for granted. And he was teaching them lessons to live.
But
life.
who are you? Who are you? If you're gonna play God, be God in a different way. Don't be the person that's like making the judgment. I can't stand a man who makes these judgments. Like I think that's what bothers me. If Jigsaw was a woman, I'd probably be into it. But because Jigsaw is
hero.
a man,
Hero.
no hero.
Hero.
Absolutely.
Jigsaw's a
But
woman.
because
Is a hero.
Jigsaw is a man, for me it takes me through the point of view of like a man's point of view, and I just like, how fucking dare you? Who do you think you are? Like, you sit there and die. Sit there and die. Go do something crazy. Rob a fucking bank. But don't sit here and capture people and torture them.
better
'cause
your
you
better your
are making,
society. Like
you know,
contribute.
you're
well,
making.
yeah.
There's something about a man making a judgment that just doesn't sit right with me. Me personally, I think men need to just sit there and be silent.
Justice is portrayed by a woman.
You know,
Yeah.
Death is a woman. She's
Death
fierce.
is a woman.
It's weird how
Justice
like
is a woman.
growing up when like in the 2000s, like a lot of horror was torture porn. It was like Saw, Hostel, and just those two.
Well, because I think like the difference between like Saw and art is it's like there's a level of torture on both ends, but he's not necessarily getting off on the torture in terms of like punishment. It's more like, girl, this is what I do. Let me show you what I do.
I'm a professional.
Yeah, I'm a professional murderer. I'm gonna scalp this girl. But like Saw is like, I'm gonna scalp you and I'm gonna make it about that time in 3rd grade when you absolutely did not share your piece of hubba bubba. Like, get the fuck over it. Get the fuck over it, Jigsaw. And there's every time he comes on the screen, the little fucking doll on the tricycle, I
Billy,
just lose it.
fuck
I
us,
can't.
Bob.
I don't take it seriously.
He's on Fortnite now. He's on Fortnite.
Is he?
Mhm.
Is he at least taller?
He is, but funny. I was in LA last weekend, and I went to emo night, and Billy the puppet was a DJ for like 5 minutes.
Is
Out
that
of-
Jigsaw puppet?
Yeah, just randomly. They're like, "We have a special guest here tonight. It's Billy," and then they brought out this puppet, and you're just like
Maybe because it was Halloween.
it was, but it was just so funny because they had like visuals for him and everything. Like
Yeah.
it was wild.
It was the writer from the Tyra Banks show. Needed something to do after ending Tyra Banks. No, this makes so much more sense now because during the costume contest, you were there. There was an Art the Clown.
Yes.
And I'm like, I
Was it-
don't know who
was it
that
Will?
is.
I loved. I laughed.
Was it Will?
Yeah.
It was good.
Of course it is.
But like, I didn't know that was a Terrifier, right? Like I've heard about Terrifier, but I didn't know that. And then started killing a woman like for fake, like in the crowd, right? And everyone's screaming and clapping, and I was just like, yes, but Badlands does not condone violence against women.
Well, that was like kind of like the meme about him for a while before the 3rd one. Is that like they were like, oh, in the 3rd one it's gonna be crazy, and they're like, he's gonna kill a man this time.
Well, and I appreciate having a movie that has like women protagonists. You know, I don't know. That's also really refreshing because it's usually like I think that's what I
like a
enjoyed
final
about
girl?
like that's what I enjoyed about like Nightmare on Elm Street was we followed Homegirl for a while, and the second one we had the guy, but I don't know. I just
Sidney Prescott.
Anna Faris.
I want to redo the Freddy number with like I want to put that line in it.
Which one? What kind of faggot? Where's the?
Yeah.
I need someone. I want Unique to come out as Kelly Rowland and then be like, "What kind of faggot wears a Christmas sweater?" And then we just do like Commander together.
Well, and then because
Shake
I'm
your
not like a
tambourine,
big
dog.
horror person, like that was hard for me to like conceptualize and come up with a number. I basically saw the sweater on Amazon and I was like, well, that's what I'm gonna do because I don't know what else to do. And I didn't want to do like do something cheap. I feel like if I had done like a friendly monster, like from like Monsters Inc., people would have been like, okay, Suzette.
Fierce.
Yeah, you're a monster.
Well, and I see that's what I think I like about art is it's not necessarily like violence against women. Like he's out to get women. Like
He's just
that
violent.
He's just a violent person. We've seen what he's done to some men, and the third.
I don't
movie is-
remember. See, I just don't remember.
You need to see the third movie.
I've only seen the first two, but I don't have any recollection of how he killed men. But when he kills women, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life.
The third movie gets fierce. The third movie gets
What does that
fierce.
even mean? I don't like. What does that mean? Like, oh, he kills men, honey. Like, no, like I don't know.
He
like,
puts on nails and kills, you know.
He gets yassified.
Why didn't Kelly Rowland talk about like that's what I'm wondering. Like,
Well, then she
you got a machete and what? You look at your nails.
Because I think she did say something like that, but then she immediately gets killed by Jason like right after that moment.
Well, and then he has like iconic lines too. Art doesn't talk.
No.
It's
See,
all
like Freddy's
silent.
all iconic lines, and I wanted to put him in, but I couldn't find like a clean, like video or like because you know when you try you know this well when you try to put in like dialogue from a movie, there's usually like backing track or like soundtrack.
Well, and especially like an 80s movie that hasn't been remastered.
Right.
It's
Well, and
like-
you can find like a good impression sometimes, and like I had that at the start of my mix. I really wanted to do the mix differently. You were both there. I wanted all the lights turned off, and I had a 7.5 minute version, and I just wanted to go through the crowd and poke people like with the claw, so they'd scream. Like I really wanted to like make it terrifying, but
With that fuck ass bob you had on.
yes,
That would
yes.
be fierce right there.
They get
I'll do it
terrified and
again,
then
and
see
I'll do
pit.
it, and I'll make sure the claw's workable and doesn't need splints.
Is Art like your current like your favorite horror icon at the moment?
I think so. I think Art has to be like my absolute favorite horror icon just because I think, and I also enjoy the campiness of it. Like she is so camp. She is so camp. Every time she, like, you know, it's just, there's something so absurd about that. Cause I think when we see violence in movies, it's like, but Art's just like, you know, and I think that's refreshing. I think it's fun. I love that it's camp and horror done not like tacky.
What
Like-
was the clown in?
It's a little tacky.
What was
I think there's tackiness,
But, like,
to,
not in a bad
horror,
way.
but
It's, like,
like not
cheesy.
in a bad way. It's like it's more cheesy.
Who was the clown in HS?
Twisty.
Yeah, like
He was more
compare-
like a surface value fear because like he had no mouth.
Yeah, but I
but like
almost,
compare him and Art for me.
I almost didn't.
Well, Art
I
is
almost didn't mind
unassuming.
him because he was also an equal opportunity killer,
and he
Like,
was very camp too.
I don't
Yeah.
remember. I
He,
don't know.
well, he killed the couple.
All I
in the
remember is
beginning.
the
when we meet him,
Sarah
he kills
Paulson.
the man and the woman.
I don't remember.
There you go.
I only remember. I remember Sarah Paulson because she was like she carried that season for me.
What's your favorite season?
Huh?
What's your favorite?
Really, I think Jessica Lange carried that.
Well, she did, but like just okay.
I
Sarah
didn't like
Paulson
that
played
season.
two different people
I
in
think
the same
Jessica
body.
Lange.
She had to walk around like this with two heads on and be like,
Yeah, no, I think in terms of work, she did the most.
no, but
I think-
that was when
yeah.
that was like
Doesn't
after
mean she carried
Coven,
it, though.
peak Jessica, like after Coven, and yeah.
So what's your favorite season?
Coven.
I don't think I have a favorite season. It ages differently in my brain. Like when I first watched it, like the second one was really cool to me because it was really weird because I binge watched it and I was like, this is weird because they touched on like many different things. They touched on like a little bit of like alien abduction, a little bit with like death and like I don't know. I don't really remember it.
I
See,
haven't
for me,
watched
it's
past
easy.
like season 7.
What's
like,
your favorite?
Coven.
Coven is
hands down.
easily
Coven.
my favorite.
Yeah,
Quotable for
easily,
days.
Yeah,
Coven's
yeah.
cunty, but it wasn't like scary though. That's the only thing. I wanted like kind of horror.
See, I never thought American Horror Story to be scary. I thought like this is a horror story. If you were going through this, you would be horrified. And I'm a psychological girl. Like I enjoy the psychological aspect of horror because anybody can kill and stab, but not anybody can fuck with your head. And so I like the kind of I like the way they like created the story, and I just love Fiona. I love a villain who's like very woke. Like when she reads Madame Down and she's just like, I hate a racist. Like, ma'am, you are a horrible person, but racism is in fact where you draw that line. You know, I love a woke villain, you know, and I'm a villain. But
I tried to rewatch season 5 a couple of years ago just to kind of get a lookbook of Gaga. And I just could not get into it. I was like,
I think the only reason I was able to watch that season was because I was excited to see what they made Gaga do.
like
But I've never rewatched it.
I would probably just put on mute and just look at her looks because I just like the way she looks in that whole season. But I'm just
No,
like,
she looked so good.
mhm.
Speaking of you being
That's
a
why I can
villain,
never hate Sarah Tano because I'm like, she did the makeup on that show and you
Yeah.
can never make me hate her. People
Yeah.
like to hate on Gaga's makeup artist. It's like,
Why?
Oh, people are just fucking stupid.
But it's because her shit's it's ahead of the curve.
I mean, she's not. There has been like when she was in her most glamorous moments and her prettiest, it wasn't always her makeup artist doing her work for her. But like for me, being like a stan, I'm like Sarah's the closest to her and she knows her the best. So don't question her. Also, because like Sarah like looks like Gaga and talks like her, so like she can test any look on herself and be like, yeah, it looks good. Let's do it on her.
Yeah.
but people like they're like her makeup looks fucked up. Like Sarah Town needs to quit. But I was like, have you ever seen Gaga do her own makeup?
No.
Go on like House Labs, like TikTok, watch Gaga do her own makeup, and then see what comes out. Because I'm just like,
Because
Gaga, she can sing.
I've
She
seen
cannot
Ari
beat.
do her own makeup. Like she like always.
well,
is,
she
like-
owns a brand. Oh, well, yeah, I was like, she
Right.
owns a brand, but also so does Gaga.
But like she's always like showing off how she draws like her wings, and it's always like effortless. But I was gonna say, you being a villain. So what's funny is somebody was just, and then we should wrap up. But somebody was just telling me they were like, I love the clips from your show, and I was like, yeah. They were like the one of Manny looking dead in the camera and being like, I don't care about any other Bentleys, but I will always be the first.
Drive that down Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, everyone say love.
Thank you for getting that reference.
She's giving. I'm not gonna go into that. Too much of a niche thing.
Do it in a drag number.
No, it's a reference to like that. Now take that. Do you know what she's talking about? You know what she's referencing?
Mm-mm.
So is that at the end of like Drag You?
Yeah.
Like at the end of the show, she was like, if you can't, I don't know if she said the same thing, but she would say something like, if you can't love yourself, how the hell are you gonna drive or whatever? And it's like, now take that down to J Street.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
And
it was
she
like a
said
thing.
Sunset
She said
Boulevard.
that back in the 90s.
Well, I said Sunset Boulevard.
But
You
then,
said okay.
but people be like, which I don't know what the fuck. There was a clip of like Lady Bunny saying that. And she's like, now take that down to East River Boulevard or something. I don't know. And she's like, she's giving love advice and directions. She's like, you go take a left on J Street and get the fuck out of here.
I can't remember. I said something weird like that. Was it at brunch?
Probably.
I don't know.
More
say
than likely.
I'm weird at brunch. I no. It's anyway. Where can people see you soon?
If you can't find me, look at Badlands. I mean, that's just
Just look at Badlands. outside.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there on Tuesday, where I get to read and judge. I'm doing a fantastic job. Thank you for asking. Yeah, and then I'm at Badlands most of the month, and then halfway through I go back to Eve's.
Yay.
I've missed you guys. It'll be a disco party for my return. But yeah, that's where you can catch me. You can always find me on social media. I'm always posting memes about cats and how much I hate myself.
And you?
You can catch me on Sunday at Roscoe's Brunch with Bijou, the People's Princess, and Rhonda. Both shows. It's
Rhonda's the People's Princess.
No.
Beaver Hustle.
Okay, can I just be real quick?
Please do.
So Princess B, love her. I've known her for years, but like she changed her name to People's Princess, and then me and Bijou were like, "Oh, okay." Like we were okay, and then I was like, I googled the People's Princess to be like Princess Diana, so I was like, "Oh, it looks like this girl got your name already, girl," and she's like, "LOL, let's keep the princess's name alive," and I was like, "Oh, she's being serious."
Oh no, yeah.
So now she's gonna be the People's Princess, even though there was one that was existing.
Well, she's not using it anymore.
She changed her mind already?
No, I mean Diana.
Oh,
Princess Di.
Too soon.
Too soon.
She's
but,
not.
But yeah, do you see that meme of like Kristen Stewart and I was like the People's Princess with Princess Peach shoved up her ass? You seen that video? Do you see that? And I was like, I showed Beach. I was like, I'm gonna delete it. I was like, no, actually, it's fun. I want to keep it.
So you're at brunch.
I'm at brunch on Sunday. I'll be at Ease on Tuesday, and then on on December 13th, our event Blood Wednesday got rescheduled to Blood Friday, Friday the 13th in December.
Yeah.
So we can. It's like yes, we can keep the Good Friday pun or religious pun,
all the religious puns and
all
there's
this
a
stuff.
word,
So
yeah.
and then it's gonna be at
References.
the Rink Studios in
Allegory,
Sacramento,
which is on Del Paso Boulevard,
Mhm.
behind the mall, not
And-
the one in Natomas.
And then they're gonna run a BOGO sale, so like if you buy tickets, it's gonna be buy one get one free for quite a while.
I think that if no drama happens, we can talk about like venue and like what's that?
Next Friday, I'm hosting Q Prom.
Oh, where?
Yes. No, at the Pride Center. It's for ages 13 to 20. You get in for free. Come dressed up in costume. Come as you are. It is a family-friendly drag show. I have some fierce entertainers. I have myself hosting. I have Rose Rose. I have Juliana. I have Kamaya B. Punanti.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I got a well-rounded cast.
What's the costume thing? Like, what's the theme?
It's just dress up like in Halloween. Like it's a little late for Halloween, but it's it's giving the queer kids. an
Halloween was
opportunity.
last month. Did you?
Yeah.
Well, you don't do that, but like I used to get that all the time. Like when I would do like spooky numbers.
Mhm.
Halloween was last month, girl. I'm like, okay.
I'm
Well,
spooky year round.
Yeah, we're doing a spooky goth show in December.
I say
so
that, and then like on Sunday I'm doing like disco and stuff. So I'm like, it depends on my mood, to be honest.
people need to let you be artistic and let all drag performers be artistic.
Not
Okay.
all.
Let drag artists
Okay,
be
not all.
autistic.
Not all of you.
All drag is valid. Not all drag should be artistic and
Yeah.
from creative.
No, I would like to say here first publicly. I'm Manny Petty, and I approve this statement. I am going to be gatekeeping drag from now on because some of you motherfuckers have gotten really out of hand with your hard front, and you need to be humbled.
Stop talking about Katana's date like that.
That's a hard front work.
Not David. No. Fair.
Wait, what's the joke? I didn't get it.
You didn't get it
You said not my date.
when you went on a date and
Remember
you
the-
needed a date.
Yeah.
A booty call.
I would call it a date.
Okay, that's why, because it was a booty call. Okay, don't talk about
cross-dresser?
Katana's booty call like that.
There's only one.
I was like-
about one person in here who wasn't here for the CD story, so
Yeah.
that was the victim.
You can catch me at brunch this Sunday at Punchline Make Mimosas. I produce STFU here at Stab. We'll be back on whatever the first Friday in December is, which I really should look that up before. Yeah. We have on the December.
It's between 1 or 7.
Yeah. What's that? Oh, yeah. Right on. Thank you, Becca. Friday the 6th, we'll be back here at
Where
Stab.
would we be without
December
you?
already. That's
I
fucking
know.
wild.
And then Blood is on December 13th. So it'd be great to see you at a show where, we appreciate good etiquette, and I'll do my best and book a good show for you. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being here in person. Thank you to Stab and Jesse. Come watch the show live. It's a lot more fun, I promise.
I agree. I
That's
say
it.
a lot of shit that the microphone doesn't catch.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody, that is it for us for the evening. Thanks for checking in. If you caught 1, 2, all 3 shows, we'll be back here tomorrow for improv, the best lineup of improv in the entire city. Guaranteed, hands down, bar none. Tomorrow it's placeholder at 7, regular exclusive blend at 8, and Shark Sparksley at 9. Hope to see you. Check out stabcomedytheater.com for our full calendar of events. We're live in person Thursdays through Sundays, and we stream everything we do. Have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.